Leafeon into the bottom lane and Armor Rouge into the jungle, because Leafeon hits that level 4 spike, Armor Rouge hits that level 5 spike through the jungle, making sure they're both online for that 850 bird gank.
Yeah.
Super swell. Super good idea. Whoever I don't know what the conversation around that was, but that was a good decision.
Well, it was all me, Hyde. It was all my idea. So
Oh,
yeah, I
really?
think it was MG.
It was fun.
MG, that was your
It was-
idea, right?
I know.
All right. So they do have a huge level advantage on you right now with that Blaziken. You guys should be looking to play on your pad. Yeah. So MG, just make sure you're staying on the pad. That blaze kick into a wall, that stun, so long. You're going to get taken out instantly when they collapse
True.
on you. So you got to be careful with that. You probably could have jumped on that. No, on that Gabite a lot sooner.
Yeah, before,
when he was,
yeah.
when he was closer, probably could have done that a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Overall, seriously, solid fight here. Look at that. Like, good playing around the Gyarados there, especially with the Comfey. Like, there's a reason and then rotating into that top objective. Carp still doing Carp things, trying to stay alive, keep that defense on the pad as much as he can.
He was just so good at bottom, not dying at all.
Yep.
Like I said, you guys are playing phenomenally. Like, look at that. It's 100-59. This is the team that won the Articuno League last season. Like, you're playing against the server owner of the Articuno League, the guy who put this whole thing together. All right? And he's not that's Waylord. V1 Waylord.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, you guys are rocking it. Now Garchomp is going to come online, and that's fine. I do think you got a little bit more bravery than you should there, diving into their jungle bond. Especially going up into that Garchomp there. That's going to be a tough one. Yeah. Good rotation on the mids here. And yeah, he chases you hard.
Yeah.
But that separates him. Like, he shouldn't be chasing, but he is. And then look,
And
he's
he'll
going to
get-
he gets picked for it.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are finding the opportunities. You're taking advantage of them. And you're not getting picked yourself. You're not making the same few mistakes. The only reason Bond went down there is he was like 1 or 2 levels below that Blaziken right there. Like, Blaziken's going to be a hard mon, but look at that. Like, look at this. You guys are taking these fights and bringing them down. Like honestly, like a month ago, we weren't doing this. We weren't in unison. We weren't playing. We weren't practicing. We weren't playing like this. See, I can tell you're happy. That's a happy dance.
I was telling Comfy to jump on because I was not on comms because of my Discord stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He was not on the ground.
Yeah. But no, that's good. Like, I mean, even you guys are finding ways to communicate even when Discord is down. And 2 points over, that is ideal for them to break for us. That's ideal for us for them to break on. We don't want them. So this is, I think, yeah. So this here, when you take the Lecky at this point, don't push it. Don't even show yourselves. Just walk to that bottom. Because right now they're seeing you guys go bottom. So as you can tell, they're rotating Blaze and they're rotating Eldegoss. Now, they may have done this already, but they might not have sent so many people if they didn't see you guys already going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're waiting for Armor Rouge. Now now they're going to score 40 top because they know you're all 5 bottom. So we're leaving our pads open. And when we are doing that, we're not taking advantage. So we waited for them to send the Sylveon bot. I mean, good job on the objective there. But we probably could have crashed pad. So when we're rotating down, let's make sure that we're communicating that. And so that way there we can have everyone there. And then those grass knots are devastating. Like,
Yeah.
and good turnaround, MG. Good turnaround. Like, the team's right in front of you, but you didn't separate yourself. You turned back for the Garchomp and played together. That is what I'm talking about. Holy shit, guys. Like look at this. Like, you're keeping pace with them. You look at the levels, you're keeping pace with them. You're even ahead. You got Gyarados is 13 to their 2 12s. You got Leafeon. Leafeon could be a little bit better. Armor Rouge could be a little bit better, but now Leafeon's 12. Like, you guys are keeping pace. You're gaining on them, and you're keeping the point. You're keeping the points like really close. So you're making this game come down to Rayquaza.
Hmm.
Now they are taking this. Carp, you're doing a decent job getting vision, and you're staying away. You're not face checking. You're not bush checking. You're just zoning and getting vision. So yeah, now they're collapsing on that, which is fine. We don't even necessarily need to take it. So we almost get that Umbreon. I think, okay, good. They don't get Gary. But look how low you guys are getting them. Like, you're pulling back. You're not using your Knights yet because it's way too soon. So taking that fight would have just been a detriment to you guys. That is good game sense. Like, y'all are doing really good. So now it's the Ray fight. So now he doesn't have overheat. I mean, you still don't know that, but okay, yeah. And then quick reaction. That was really good. Really, really stupid to do it though. So I'm gonna call you out for that. Don't go into the bushes without using a move. And then yeah. So MG, you're playing too far. You're playing too far
Yeah.
over. If you're going to do that, if you're going to take a flanking position. Me and Gasper and Tara were actually having this conversation in our chat earlier. If you're going to take that flanking position, coordinate with your team that you're going to do it. But yeah, you have the Garchomp down, the Umbreon down, Blaziken's still a threat.
See here,
At 8. Oh, go
yeah,
ahead.
here everyone stopped ripping for some reason and just followed me.
Yeah. So
And the
what you did,
reset.
yeah. So you gave them time and then you reset. You didn't
Yeah.
need to give
Yeah.
them time. You didn't need to reset. You needed to rip. So
Yeah.
this is where we're choking. We're choking here at these Ray fights. And then look, Garchomp comes back. He takes it down. Leafeon's
Yeah, he had his Unite.
chased away. He's too low to really engage. We don't have Unite. So, and then, yeah, and then Hornleech locks it in, but gets taken out because he hit the wall. Ace is looking for a steal, but he's too low. Oh, he's going for the back cap. Close. Close.
That hurt me.
But yeah. So are down on our Ray fight. So let's
Yeah.
backtrack. Let's backtrack a little bit. So yeah, we're over here. So let's look at our positionings here. So they know where Trev is, and they're looking to get the pick on Trev. All right. Now Carp does a really. Oh, go ahead, Caution.
I said, which is a really bad move on their part because they're engaging to blow everything on the tank, which is what y'all would like. So now would be a perfect time for you guys to encapsulate that the way you guys have it above and below to do the Pac-Man and come around back. The only one that would be of a problem would be Sylveon, catching Sylveon out.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But Carp, you do a good job reacting to that.
Mm-hmm.
You might not have gotten the opportunity to do that, but having those reactionary skills is still really good.
And you drove them back into our spots where we wanted them to be further into a ganking position for the rest of our team. It was a perfect play. Perfect play.
Yeah, exactly. Now we have MG down in the bottom here. He didn't participate in any of that. Neither did the Blaziken really. He's shooting shit from this bush here, but MG with the Comfey's down there. So what this is telling us is Master is looking for a flanking position.
Yeah,
So when that
looking for the back line.
Yeah.
But when you look at this comp, what really is their back line?
Nothing. I realized that
Nothing.
later.
Nothing.
Exactly.
Really,
there's no targets really. So
Yeah.
when we go back a few seconds here, when we go back into this fight and we see them all grouping up here. When we see, so we know where Blaziken is. He's out of that bush. If you had come up through this bush and then dove on them and collapsed, so that,
Yeah.
but but collapse on them when the horn leech is back up. So if
Yeah,
Magikarp,
wait for the cooldown.
yes, with
Yeah.
Magikarp conveys, hey, all right, I got 3 seconds on horn leech. Horn leech is up. Coordinate with that horn leeching now. Gyarados dive, and then Armarouge shoots his cannon, and
Ooh.
and then you've got your unites. Or Armarouge could just unite and then go for the cannon blast. Like
Yeah.
you guys have a lot of CC. Chain it. Use one. When one's over, have the next one already going in. Now they're stuck. Use the third one, so on and so forth. Gyarados hates CC, but he loves it when his allies dish it out. Loves it when his allies just dish it out because he just gets to sit there and farm them all day long.
Yeah, just basic attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like seriously, this was a good game. This
It's really
was
close. Yeah.
Yeah, you choked on the Ray fight, and that was it. That was
Yeah.
it.
But even though y'all joked on the Ray fight, you still started picking them off one by one. You just lost
Yeah.
track.
Yeah.
You lost
Yeah,
track
look
and
at
gave
this.
them time to regroup. See, like at this point, what I would have did was I would have backed off with say Leafeon and Gyarados, and I might have stuck Armor Rouge in the tree, chasing them down to give y'all time to rip. And then you got at least, let's say, 12 seconds for the other two people to come back. That's a pretty good time to get it low. If y'all were gonna go for a quick rip, because I mean it already is at 1 minute and 30 seconds, so you
And we
kind of
have
don't
the
have a
rip.
choice, huh?
And we have the rip mons as well, like Gyarados, Armarouge, and
Right.
Leafeon. They're fast
Right.
rippers.
So like if Gyarados and Leafeon would have went straight to Zapdos, I mean Reg right here, it might have it might have like kind of took some of the pressure off them coming back. Like especially if like Trev was like sort of in the chase and maybe even Armor Rouge not necessarily engaging, but just being enough behind him to where it would make them not want to engage Trev. Um, I just think, y'all had so many ideas going on right now, and honestly, it was working out really well. I think you gave him a little too much time to regroup.
True. True. I was kind
Oh,
of worried
yeah.
about Blaziken's overheat while ripping the Rick, because he had like he could have stealed it, you know. That's why I jumped
Mhm.
over.
You're right.
And
Yeah, you're
That
right.
is a concern. But
Everyone probably.
they need someone on you or within range of that ray for vision.
Provision
What
for
you
it.
do is you make sure that whoever is ripping on the ray, which is going to be the Leafeon and the Gyarados, can jump over that wall and engage in the fight if necessary. That's why you're sending the Trevenant and the Armor Rouge up top to
Up
chase.
top. It gets him out of the
Because
viewing range. Even if you're not really engaging with them, it's keeping them on the defensive where they want to keep backing up, waiting for their own teammates to come back. It's just a
basically they
mind
exactly,
can
game,
see
basically.
the
Like,
HP of the Ray.
mhm.
Yeah.
Oh.
exactly. And then, but you want the Trevenant and the Armor Rouge to play closer to the Ray pit so that
That
when
way
it's
they
necessary, the
can jump back
Gyarados.
in.
Well, not even that. It's so that the Gyarados and the Leafeon can jump into the fight and help you KO them, and then everyone can just start ripping Ray. Because if you're able to take out the Eldegoss, the Blaziken, the Sylveon, what's Garchomp and Umbreon going to do to you guys when you guys are 5 strong?
Yeah, y'all
Like,
really
Yeah.
nailed Garchomp earlier. I don't know if y'all noticed how fast he died right before this, exactly like 6 seconds
Yeah.
before this. He went down pretty hard. I don't know
yeah,
what build he was playing, but y'all must have hit him with some pretty hard moves. He died pretty quick.
Yeah, it was Armor Cannon. He got stun locked.
Ah, I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. I
mhm,
haven't been playing Armor Rouge as a range carry yet. I played like one game with him as a range, and then I played him mainly as an all-arounder. But I gotta say, I like him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ar-
He's good.
Armor Rouge is really good, and the Armor Cannon's strong because it's a ranged attack with a stun, and the plus move gives it more range.
More time. Yeah.
The
Even the
And
more
it's
plus,
a
damage.
group stun.
Yeah.
the
Like it
plus
stuns
move
you in
gets it
group.
more
Yeah.
range. I didn't realize.
Yep. Once you get the
Me
upgrade for
neither.
armor cannon, more range.
Hmm.
Really.
Ace,
Yep.
right here. All right,
Mhm.
let's go back like a second. Oh, okay, too far. I'm on VLC, so it's a little hard. All right, you see the circle around Eldegoss?
Yeah.
Within that circle, you're taking damage when she lands.
Yeah.
Don't be in
Uh,
that circle. She's invincible. You can't do anything. You're a Leafeon. You're weak. Any damage she's going to deal to you is just advantage to the enemy. So don't chase. Just stay out of the circle. Like, I know you noticed it right at the
yeah.
end there, but you didn't make it.
Yeah.
So now you've
Yeah.
taken a decent chunk of damage. And that Comfey, we're playing that Comfey only on the Gyarados in this aspect to give it more sustain. So he's not going to jump onto you and he's not going to heal you. He's going to stay on that Gary like we want him to. So just
Yeah.
as a Leafeon, just be aware of any source of damage that you can avoid taking because you don't want to take that damage. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yep.
For sure. But yeah. And then yeah, if you guys had just kept ripping,
I
just
think
kept
y'all might
going
have
in.
had it. I think y'all might have had it
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Like I
You would
think
have
y'all
had
could
it.
have ripped it with those last 4 seconds. I think y'all would have had it.
Yeah.
But I do understand what y'all
Yeah.
did and why. You were running out of time on the clock. So even if you really, kill these two and then start the Ray fight, you're only gonna have maybe 45 seconds to score. You know, it's just becomes a battle of attrition at this point. Like you're both
Yeah.
pretty even on goals. This is the play for the game. And sometimes we go into the 2 minute mark thinking that it's more important to get the kills and have them dead rather than just rip it and securing it. But like y'all already had two down before this. This would have been a really good time to try and play for that rip and secure.
And we've got two secure. We got armor cannon
Yeah.
and we've got leaf blade
Yeah.
or solar blade.
Yeah.
But
Just all of it.
so we've got two secure moves versus their overheat. So like we're sitting strong.
Hmm.
But
I,
yeah, so that
I really forgot to think about that. I was only thinking about overheat, honestly, at the
oh no,
time.
I get it. I trust me, I get it. That's a good thing to be aware of.
Yeah, it's
And we're
very
just
very
going
good.
and we're expanding on more things to be aware of. So like we're just saying, hey, yes, there's this, that's good, but also there's this and this. So
Yeah.
But you made
and
the
yeah,
guys
that
who won last season start sweating. I mean, this was a sweating game. Okay,
yeah,
so pat yourselves on the back because it really, I mean, it was a close game with a well-known team. So, I mean, I don't,
Yeah.
hi, did you end stream?
I did.
Okay. Um, I just, I think that you guys are getting better with every game, and I think that, it doesn't take much to see that you guys are really killing it, man, and I'm so happy for you guys that, um, this is coming together so easily for you guys. Because I mean, you got to think it's only been a matter of about 3.5 weeks since since I've been gone, and I mean, we just started working on some rotations and timings right before I left, and we were also still down. Winter, Ace, and Bonbon had literally just stepped in, so I mean, and then you had me missing, and then XO missing, so. Think about all the growth that you guys done in just a short time. I mean, it really shows. It give yourselves a nice kudos on the back because you deserve it. I've been keeping up with you guys' VODs. I've been keeping up with Hyde and the way things have been going and everything, and I just I want y'all to know that y'all deserve the pat on the back. Um, because you deserve it. You did a fantastic job, all of you. Um, every week, you guys came in and you implemented a little bit more, unity just from playing together. You guys have been playing together, just despite not having practice days. and doing it just after practice, or even you just practicing on days that's not even a practice day, with one or two people. That's all showing very well. And it's easy for somebody like me to see it because I'm not playing in the game, so I get to watch all of it. I get to watch everybody, basically play their own game and slowly have gotten even better at doing that. And so I just wanted to say good job, you know. I think y'all gonna be
You.
filling me in on some things that you've got worked out that I wasn't part of, and I'm gonna try to be playing catch up with y'all now at this point. But I mean, y'all did a fantastic job, and MG, thank you again for taking that under your wing and dealing with that while I had a lot of personal life matters going on.
Yeah.
I think you did a really good job, despite being apprehensive about it at first when you were really nervous, which was understandable. I mean, it's understandable. I think you took the reins and you did really good. So
Mm.
just wanted to say thank you, and and I'm eager to hear what you guys have figured out and like to you know either push further into uh evolving it into some more used strategies, or maybe some things that you just like the way the counter picking and the team comps went. I'm looking forward to hearing all of this.
Okie dokie.
Awesome. All right. So now we're going to move into some draft practice. Because we're not going to get any tonight because we're going to be playing with caution. Caution's not in Masters, but we were going to do this regardless anyways. So, but we're not going to get any to practice tonight. So what we'll do is we'll do this. So we're going to do some draft practice. I got a little bit better team comp ideas from over the last couple of weeks from games and stuff that Frost has played, that I've seen Echo play. So I've got comps. I got some comps written down to run this through with you guys. So we're going to stick you on first pick, and you guys get first ban. So we're not going to start a timer. We're going to have a this is going to be pure discussion, and we're going to run this till 9:30.
Mhm.
Oh, damn.
So yep. So your first draft. So who do you guys want to ban?
Okay, so
Ooh,
I personally would think that one of the hardest things to overcome right now, even though
Pikachu.
he he got a little nerfed. Um, honestly,
Yeah.
I feel Ho-Ho's is obnoxious.
Yeah. Who is
I
our priority?
Uh,
he
I was thinking, how about we ban the Ho-Ho second ban? Because we let them ban Ho-Ho and ban other
Yeah, they
things
might
too.
ban Ho-Oh on their
Yeah.
first,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I like definitely banning Ho-Oh with our second if they haven't banned him already.
Yeah.
okay. Well, who
Yeah.
would
And
you
we don't
Can
really
guys?
ban
pay.
the
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We don't really play a Slowbro, so I like banning Slowbro first. But what do you guys think?
We can
Um,
first pick. You have the first pick.
if we have
Oh yeah,
first pick, if we have a
we
first
have
pick
first.
Slowbro, and I'm playing a tank, I'll play Slowbro. I like Slowbro, but that's
Let's
something that
go.
just we would discuss. Right now, I'm picking up support roles for the most part, so that would be Carp. You would want to ask, whether or not he wants to lock in Slowbro or somebody,
Yeah. He's gonna play slow.
One of the things that you got to think about too when you're going for a ban is what kind of a comp do you want to shoot for? So coming into this and being reactionary is only going to get you so far. You need to come
Yeah.
into this draft with a plan. What do you want to do this round? Do you want Charizard? If so, what are Charizard's counters? That would be Slowbro, Mimikyu. So let's take those off the board. What do we want to run a Zoroark? What's Zoroark's counter? Umbreon, Pikachu. Those Zoroark hates those Pokemon. Let's take them off the board. Like, and then the counters that you are to your Pokemon. How do you want to get rid of them? Do you want to ban them? Do you want to first pick them? What kind of a comp do you want? Like a backliner? Do you want to set up for like a score based type thing? Do you want to just do like a serious hit and run? Do you want to do some dive? what kind of defenders, supporters, and then of course you're thinking about who you want to pick first. And it's not just who do you want to reveal, it's who among the Pokemon that you want is more likely to be picked ahead of you. And if you any
Yeah.
of your main damage, it's no one. There's other targets. So let's say you want so let's say what Pokemon? Let's say Blaziken and Ceruledge have not been banned, but you want that Ceruledge, so you're going to leave that Blaziken on the board. Or maybe you want the Gyarados, and neither have been banned, so you'll let them have the Ceruledge, you'll let them have the Blaziken, and you'll take the Gyarados as your first pick. And then
Just
how do
really
you want to
trading.
follow? And then how do you want to follow that up? Do you want to follow it up with your defender and then another bulky mon? So let's say you want to run a Sylveon, and your third damage is going to be, say, we'll say Leafeon or something like that. Well, Leafeon's not a high priority pick. Not a lot of people pick him. Or Dodrio. Let's say you want Dodrio. No one's going to pick Dodrio. So you reveal Dodrio last. You don't want him until the very last pick. So you could always opt for Sylveon. Sure, it reveals more of your damage, but Sylveon is a high priority pick right now among everyone. Same with Pikachu. Pikachu is a very high priority pick or high right now amongst teams when it's available. So these are some things to think about. Rather than just trying to be reactionary, come with a plan. And then, yes, of course, you're going to need to adjust during the draft, but at least you know how you want to adjust or how you need to adjust. So if you're going to pick a Gyarados and he's going to dive in or whatnot, then you're going to pick mons that are going to support the Gyarados, and you're going to be a little bit reactionary to what they pick, but you kind of know the roles of the mons that you want to pick to support Gyarados. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, I'll shut up now and let you guys do your have your discussion. Or lock in your ban.
Okay.
So does anybody have like a for sure pick that they want, that they feel like we should build around? That's like a hot Pokemon right now.
So how
Yep.
about, since we got the first pick, how about we try taking the Pikachu first if they don't ban it?
I
Yeah.
love it.
Because like we
If they
ban
don't,
Ho-Oh and Slowbro, and if they don't ban
yeah.
Pikachu, we take it, and if they ban Pikachu, we can first pick one of our all-rounders maybe. Either Gary,
Maybe
Blaze, or
Charizard.
Village, or
I like the
Charizard
Charizard
even,
is,
first
yeah.
pick, Gary.
yeah. Charizard also, yep. Yep.
Yeah,
First,
with Charizard.
definitely go for the Gary.
Because
So
Alright.
Charizard
first
and Gyarados, I
priority.
think, have a good priority over Village right now.
So first
Yep.
priority Pika. Second priority would be Gary if Pika's not available.
Yeah.
So who does
Yep.
that mean we'd want to ban now? I still
Slowbro,
like the Ho-Oh second.
Yep. Slow. You can
because if
ban
you're going
slow.
Gyarados, Slowbro is gonna counter me hard. Or
So
any
Yeah, so
one of
ban
us,
ban
like
Slowbro
Charizard.
first.
Yeah.
Yep.
all right,
Ban
and
the
then
slow,
Ho-Oh.
bro.
All right. Let's lock in
Hi, we want
Slowbro.
to lock in our pick.
Yep.
All right.
And you better not
Here's-
have been listening to us.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Because you're right. I'm going to make you talk because I'm getting rid of the dreaded bird.
Oh no,
Yep.
feature.
Well, now
We
that
can
Alright.
ban
Ho's
that.
on, what do you think about banning Charizard?
Maybe we can ban
If you're
the
not
armor.
playing it.
Yeah,
I'm also
Charizard
good then.
Charizard wouldn't be a
Yeah.
terrible idea. I think that would be a pretty solid pick if we're not picking it first, which I mean we're gonna go with the Gary, so or Pikachu. That would probably be a solid ban right now, as in Charizard's really a menace at the moment.
Yeah.
Yep. I know.
And if we do pick Charizard, should we ban Mimikyu then? Since he is the good counter for him? If we do pick it.
Yep, Mimigo is a good option. If
Yeah,
we don't
Mimikyu's
For
pick
not
banning.
a bad option at all.
Like if you're thinking about picking Charizard, then only, otherwise, nah.
what do you think about the picking Charizard first and then the
What are you
other thing?
guys thinking about banning the Mimi, and then if they don't ban Charizard, we pick Charizard first?
Yep, I'm down.
Yeah, sounds good.
Kind of force them into banning Charizard.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good option.
So
Yep.
solo Mimikyu banning is mostly picking Charizard at
Yeah,
first for teams.
Yep.
yeah.
All right.
Mimikyu
So
it is, I guess.
we're banning Mimi.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll either force them to ban the Charizard, then we
And
can go ahead and
have
get that Pika, or if they ban
yeah.
Pika, then we have Charizard on the table.
Yep.
Oh, that's a
Uh,
very, very solid combo.
You like
true.
that?
Yeah, that's good
Yeah.
thinking,
Yeah.
guys. You can take what you want. You get rid of the counters, and then you figure out who it is you want.
Biscuits and gravy,
Yep.
baby.
So let's take Charizard off the table.
Well, we already talked about this one, so let's just take the Pika.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no, guys, we have a problem.
What?
But
Armor is the.
They fell right into our lap.
Oh no. What?
Just kidding. Pick Pika.
Okay.
Yes.
I knew it.
All
I
right.
knew it.
All right. Now for our first two picks, we're gonna lock in. Oh boy.
Yeah.
it's
And we're
everyone's
gonna
favorite.
lock in. Oh boy.
Obviously. Obviously you are.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Of course you are.
Okay.
Okay.
So for our second
We
pick,
can pick up the Gyarados here if you
Dude,
want.
we're gonna get a tank and a Gary. Sure.
Yeah.
yeah, and also we
Most
have
probably.
One
Mamo
tank of choice too.
Yeah, Mamo can go with Pikachu bot lane because yeah, Pikachu is an early game one
Mamo
and Mamo is
and
in game two.
Gary.
You want
Yeah.
Mamo
Yeah,
Gary?
because we have CC with Mamo and the Pikachu.
Mm.
All right. Mamo Gary.
Oh, we had three as well, by the way.
Yep.
I have a hard time dealing with Mamo as Pikachu. That's like one that really
Yep,
gets me.
there
So
goes the tree.
Yeah.
They are going for the defender.
Obviously.
so
Oh.
what do we think they're trying to do?
Well, I mean, with the
Yeah,
underground and the tree, that's a lot of sustain.
That's a lot
Probably
of CC and
for more
sustain.
yeah,
Yeah.
off, I
CC.
think.
Yeah,
Frontline and armor cannon most
Is
probably.
Blaze still up?
Yes, he is.
Blaze
Blaze
and
is up.
Surge both are up.
Both are up.
Huh.
Never
Oh,
mind.
Sure, never
there
mind.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, hide
shit.
from hide from us.
I shouldn't have said that.
Oh no. These are pre-planned. These are pre-planned.
Okay.
He
Do
knows
not
it.
worry.
Okay.
Right.
The Charizard was reactionary, but this
Ooh.
comp is pre-planned.
What do y'all think about a Sylveon?
Hmm. Sounds actually
Scipion
good.
is yeah,
But
it's kind
they
of
So
don't
hurt.
have any
depending
dieback
on what
for
that
the
Armor
Pikachu.
Rouge does,
Maybe
they
we
might
can
all be
pick the
grouped up, rolling together, or they're all going to be together. And that
yeah.
Armor Rouge is going to be hanging out in the
So
back line.
how
We can
about
pick
Gardevoir?
I like
ooh.
Gardevoir.
So do
Because
we want
they're gonna
the
be
range?
crammed in a bunch, right? And we have
Right.
Yeah,
Frontline
yeah,
and Surge,
Yeah.
and then
definitely.
future sights and Psyshocks from the behind.
That's
And we've
gonna be
got
work.
Gary, the guy of Armor Rouge,
Even
if he
the
plays
But
Delphox
fair.
is
but isn't it gonna be too
Delphox is
late game-ish?
Um.
yeah.
No, not necessarily, cause Pikachu and Mamo ain't exactly late game. I mean, like you can really. That's a mean lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can either pick the
Even
Delphox or the Gardevoir. Both are stunny and huge Unite
yeah,
move.
what was stunning.
Just
And I
depends, I
think
guess, on who's playing who. I guess.
if we're playing more late game too, we should start to practice like how we want to change our play style if we are a little bit more late game. That way we can actually make it to the late game
Mm-hmm.
and be competitive.
Caution said a good thing. So I'm playing the Gyarados.
Yeah.
Sharp is playing the Mamoswine.
I w-
Ponchan is playing
if
Pikachu, right?
if we're not
Yeah.
gonna do a support, then I would be Guardy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, you
since
can
You
be
don't want to
Guardi as well.
support?
Well, they're doing double
Oh,
defenders, so I don't think there's a necessity for support.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
think
no,
so.
actually, no. They have Umbreon Wish. They will have more healing sustain. We'll fall behind on healings. We need a support.
yeah.
It
Yeah, that's
can be
true.
anything. It has to be a support.
I always forget he's
Physical and
got that.
emotional.
We could pick up the
How about a Clefairy
Yeah,
lockdown?
clock.
Oh yeah. Clefairy is a great
Probably yeah,
option. Because
it's
gravity can
good
shut
shot.
down all of them.
Even the
Actually,
Blaziken
yeah.
in the tree. it's a good option for them.
Alright, Clefable it is, and so do you pick
And the
another
second Pikachu.
carnivore like attacker or
I would pick I would pick
defender?
a second attacker. We're gonna need the damage for
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna go for the attack. So maybe Delphox
alright,
or the Guardian. Yeah.
yeah,
so
either Delphox
Clefable
or
caution
Guardy would be
staying
good.
Cleffa.
Well, I'll be
Maybe
Clefable this time.
Okay,
I'll go with the Guardian. Maybe, yeah. What do you guys think?
carnivore.
Gardevoir.
Okay. Huh.
Yep.
Interesting.
All
Should be good,
right.
I guess.
Oh,
Yep.
who
We
am
are
I gonna
done here.
pick?
Gardevoir jungle, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
who's
Guardian is
It's
done.
gonna be it's gonna be slow
who?
jungle, by the way.
Oh, who's gonna come? Who's gonna be
Hoopa.
No, Fox. No.
Pika can take the jungle.
the
I think
Hoopa?
Just
why do I feel like I've seen this comp before?
Because this is a
I
dangerous
know.
comp.
It's a good comp.
I know.
It is.
Good comment.
So,
Good comment.
what are we going to, what's the first thing that you notice on their comp versus your comp right in the beginning? You're in your lanes, you're sending your Piku Mammal bottom, you're sending your Gary Clef top, you're sending your Gardevoir into jungle. What is the first thing that you're going to be thinking of looking at their team?
They are kind of early, like,
Invade.
Yeah,
yeah,
Why would
yeah,
they invade you? Because Guardy has a very slow clear.
true.
yeah.
Guardy doesn't really have much of a secure. Who's going to do that invade?
Koopa,
Hoopa.
Hoopa.
Hoopa's coming for that invade. So
yeah.
how are you guys going to react to it?
Well, we
Well,
can
I
always
mean,
do the
we can always
jump
have
pass.
somebody you watch the path on top and bottom.
There you go.
Maybe we
That's
can send them. Yep.
all right. Now let's say top path sees the Hoopa. How do you guys react?
Or we can bring the guy who sees the Hoopa down, like let him walk, then bring him down with the jungler, and then we can just
Yeah.
2v1.
What if he wants the buff only? He doesn't come down.
All right, but we're in top lane, so that's going to be Clefairy that
Left.
does the maneuver, and it's going to leave Magikarp by themselves.
Yeah, and
Mm.
that sounds painful.
Very
Yeah.
painful. So if we see an invade coming our way, what do we want to do? Do we want to try to invade ourselves, or do we want to send Mamo from the bot lane into the center?
Maybe Mamo. Mamo's a good option.
Yeah, man.
Or do we want to send Pika into the center because we can lock it down with Electro Web?
I mean, Pika would be
Maybe
the
we can
solid choice because Mama wouldn't have a good
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, I
lockdown,
could go
really.
up.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
if we see it,
True.
exactly, when we see that invade coming, we got to think about our moves and who's going to come in and who's going to help. Because Gardevoir's not going to be able to do much. She can teleport, so she can stay alive a little longer. But overall, when that invade comes in, that's not going to be much. So if we see her coming in that top lane with the Magikarp up there, so when who we send, we got to figure out, we got to remember who we're partnered with. So Clefairy can go for sure, but that Magikarp's going to be alone, so he's not going to be able to do a whole lot, and this is going to affect his stack.
This is gonna
Because he
stop his late games from being so soon.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna make sure the Magikarp plays more passive. We're gonna send the Clefable in. We're gonna have the hang on, there's a thing I can use to actually help with this. Let me find it
The
just a moment
mapping
there.
thing.
Yes.
Yeah, the map.
Yeah. Map thing.
Opening this up. All right. Boom. All right. So we're gonna have this Hoopa coming in this top lane. We're gonna have Gardevoir. She's gonna be starting her red buff because she's ganking top lane first. So Gardevoir, Hoopa are gonna see each other. We're gonna have Clefable. That's gonna be here. So the Clefairy should be behind. So the Clefairy should be behind because you're gonna let the Hoopa go past you. Then you're going to actually call out Hoopa. You're gonna call Hoopa invade. Guardy's gonna know. Clef is gonna know, and then we're gonna have Pikachu start rotating from taking this middle Indeedee up through here. So we're going to have Pika come up through here. And we're going to engage this Hoopa right here. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Mm.
So we're going to do a 3-man, and we're going to get rid of this. The whole point of this invade is not to take the farm, but to waste time. Gardevoir already has a very slow clear, so this is going to affect her a lot. So we got to make sure we remove these people out of here. Now, once this invade is done, Guardy's going to be able to go back and do her clear. Pikachu can come back into this bottom lane, or he can move into top lane and do an early 3-man push while our Guardy finishes her clear.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a good idea, I guess.
Because
And
by the time that it's time for a 4-man push, which we're gonna want to do for the Magikarp, because Magikarp is going to be playing passive around here. We do not want him going past. We don't want him
that
going
X
past
zone.
this. Yeah, we don't want him going past this line. We do not want him going past this line. We want him to play on pad, collect it. Is it this farm and this farm? Take this back here. Take your 2 bunnies there. We want to grab those farms there, but we do not want to let him pass this line. If he's starting to get attacked, we run up and we support him too. All right. You got to hold on as long
Yeah.
as possible. The main thing is to not die. If you have to retreat back to the second tier, retreat and let them score. Stay alive. Don't give them the KOs, because what you can do is you can regroup with your team and you can always make a push. Sound good?
Yeah.
Yep.
I have,
Perfect.
I think I had one more thing to say.
Sure
Since
thing.
we have a Pikachu here, how about we use an XP share Pikachu and send Pikachu with Gardevoir to finish her jungle clear, like faster, double jungle. Like he won't take the buffs, but help
We've
her
already
maybe.
we've already got Mamoswine, and Mamoswine's going to have our XP share. The
Yeah.
reason we don't want to run XP share on that Pikachu is because we don't want Pika to have to be behind. Pikachu is an attacker, and he gets his he might get his 4 and 6 and 9, just like most other early game attacker, or sorry, like most early attackers, but he gets his ult at 9, and he gets his upgrades at 11 and 13. He needs those upgrades too.
True.
Those are still his power spikes. So he's strong early game, but he suffers for it in having later game spikes. So the XP share would hinder that a lot. It would keep him on par with other defenders and other supporters rather than boosting him above like we need him to be. He might not dish out a lot of damage. It might not be his focus, but he can still dish out a lot of damage, if that makes sense. Like Electro Ball, that is your secure. You don't want to be hampering the damage on that. Volt Tackle, that's more your CC there. But if you decide to go Thunderbolt, which has its niche, I don't think there's really ever a situation you would choose it over Volt Tackle or Electro Ball in a competitive setting. But sometimes shit happens, so you still don't want to be hindering that damage off of Thunder. And same with your ult, because you're going to be hindering the damage off your ult as well by throwing that XP share on.
Mm.
Now, XP share Pikachu was a thing. I think going back to before draft was implemented into the game when we were doing 1-1-3s. Like Luca was being sent top. Pikachu was with an XP share was a viable thing, but it fell off super quick as well. So it was part of the meta for a bit, and it did work, but it fell off really quick because Pikachu kept underperforming on it. So yeah, so we don't want we just need to make sure we're keeping Pikachu on par because he is a damage dealer. So, and I understand the need.
Yeah, I was just saying because I saw some Pikachu's with XP share at worst. This world.
Yeah. Sometimes if you can't if you can't justify running an XP share on anybody else, Pika could be it. Same with Mew, but that is like a specific comp, and when we have a defender, we can pop that on instead. We'd rather not. But if we're dropping a defender or a supporter, and we have the option to run an XP share on someone, Mew or Pikachu or even Mewtwo X are viable options.
Damn.
So,
Okay.
no worries. All right. So, all in all, very good draft. Very solid. You have a back line. They don't have any dive. They have that Blaziken, but Blaziken's more of a pseudo diver than an actual dive. So
Yeah.
Gardevoir is a really strong pick. You have a really strong front line and Mamoswine and Gyarados, and you have Pikachu who can still go in and Volt Tackle. Clefable is definitely going to be your healer. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff you can do with Clefable. Let me show you my API page on shit you can do with Clefable. Because this is all from stream today. Right here. Look at this healing on Clefable. 168,000 heals in a 5-stack with Frost.
Oh.
Look at this
Ooh.
again. 105,000 heals in a 5-stack with Frost. Let's look at the team comp.
Ooh.
What was our team comp? Like, we lost, but what was our team comp? We had Blaziken, Mewtwo X, Miraidon, Umbreon. Now, we already went over why we lost and stuff like that, but Clefable, 168k. Could have been more if Umbreon wasn't stealing 50k worth of heals off of me, but could have been like, so the way we played Clefable in this one is Clefable was the core. Clefable was the one to keep alive. It wasn't Miraidon, it wasn't Mewtwo X, it wasn't Blaziken, it was Clefable. Because Clefable kept everyone else alive.
What was the build options that you were running on that?
It was XP share. It was I stacked, so the special attack specs.
Yeah.
And oh geez, what was the other one? It should show on here. I don't use Clefable a whole lot. It was Wise Glasses because it increases my special attack on a percent based rather than a set based.
And does it
So,
increase your healing as well?
yes,
Yes, it
my
does.
special attack, my healing is based off my special attack. So even though Wise Glasses only grants me a 7% increase versus the 7% increase to my special attack, sorry, Wise Glasses grants a 7% increase to my special attack, and even though that 7% is less than a 10% increase from the Rescue Hood, it scales better on Clefable than Rescue Hood does.
Oh.
So I end up getting more heals from the Wise Glasses than I do with the Rescue Hood in this slot.
I really don't know what Rescue Hood does, but okay.
Rescue Hood increases heals and shields provided by the holder by 10% to allies only.
Ah. Basically increase like buffs the shields.
Yeah, so if Clefable was to give a Buddy Barrier shield to somebody, that increases by 10% with the
Ooh.
Comfey gives a little shield with the Floral Healing. With the Rescue Hood, that gets bumped by 10%. But again, like the shields provided and the healing provided all scales to special attack. So usually scaling your special attack on this is good. But the way we played this game is we all played around Clefable. So when we look at this comp here, we got Mamoswine and we got Gyarados. So we want that Clefable up in there, and we want our Pikachu as our deterrent to protect this the Gardevoir here. So Blaziken's really the only one that's going to be looking to engage Gardevoir because it's the only one who can reach her. So this is going to be Pikachu's target. Pikachu's going to be looking for Blaziken to lock it down for Gary or Mamo to eat. Mamo's also going to be looking for him. Clefable's going to be looking. What secondary move are we going to run on Clefable? Are we going to run Follow Me or are we going to run Gravity?
I'd
Gravity.
say gravity.
Gravity.
Why Gravity?
Because of the tree and the Blaziken
And the
and the
Blaziken.
Armarouge and the Umbreon.
So with
Mainly
the
the tree.
Armor Rouge in this comp will most likely stay at a range because the
Yeah.
only one capable of getting to it is Gyarados, but there's still enough on this side on the side here on the orange team to really dissuade Gyarados from jumping in carelessly, just to try to take out the Armor Rouge. So there's really no pick. There's not a lot of pick targets to get on the back lines of. I lost my train of thought. Oh well, it happens. But yeah. But overall, good draft. Let's do it again.
Oh,
All right.
wow. Okay.
All right.
Alright.
So let's assume that orange team is now picking first, and you guys are picking second. So go ahead. You now are picking second. So discuss and go over what you would like to see with your team comp. What do you want to try to go into? And who do you want to sacrifice to them, and who do you want to prioritize, and what are your bands going to be?
All right. Well, what we think about the team comp? Any ideas?
CC heavy for sure.
Yeah, and also for like anti-dive, something like that.
Anti-divers are Umbreon, Cleffa, Pikachu, and Trees. And who else?
Mm,
I don't know.
Clefable.
Yeah.
Um,
Huh.
Delphox.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
Sylveon.
Sylveon. Yeah.
Sylveon, yeah.
Slowbro.
I want some kind
Delphox,
of
depending on what
CC
he
divey
feel.
compy.
We don't really have like a dive comp that we've been running. Do you guys want to try to like flesh that out and figure out what our go-to dive is?
Like what?
Probably
Like,
Gyarados.
That's the only thing we use all every time.
yeah,
And it works well.
yeah,
So
it's
let's say our
works.
In
plan
case
is
someone bans it or first picks it, then what do we do? We have no alternatives.
Maybe they're gonna ban Charizard or something with Ho-Oh thing or Armor Stream because they are first pick. Or
I don't
also they're
think
gonna ban the Slowbro. They're gonna ban the Slowbro because they have a first
How do you
pick.
know they're
So
gonna ban the slow, bro? Why do you know that?
because they're gonna pick Charizard or some
Why
or
do you know
maybe
they're gonna
Pikachu.
pick Charizard?
Well, they have option, dude. They have option. That's what.
so. How do we build a
Okay.
dive comp if they were to ban Gary?
Mimikyu.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mimikyu,
That would replace
Maybe we
Gary.
Zoroark,
can.
Garchomp.
Garchomp,
Uh-huh.
I'd stay out of
Mhm.
this.
Zoroark would be a good
I
Maybe
forgot the other mons.
Dragonite possibly.
Like, who do you think
Dragon.
should be our
I would
first
rather
pick?
do Dragonite Hyper Beam for secure if you're running Dragonite.
I've
I
always
prefer out. I prefer Rage Dragon.
Unless we don't have any
To
dive,
run.
then we'll run Outrage, obviously.
Would we
Yeah,
go Mimi first
Metagross is a
pick?
good Metagross is a good diver.
yeah. Meta is good option here. Maybe we can ban the Mimi
No?
first.
Metagross isn't really more of a diver; he's a brawler. He's not looking
Yeah.
to dive the back lines. He's diving the front lines and applying pressure that way, relying on other divers to get back and take care of the attackers.
So he's like
Just
an
like the Blaziken,
engager?
maybe.
He is an
Just like the
engager,
Blaziken.
yes.
Ah, okay. Then
Um,
Garchomp.
some other Garchomp's a good one.
Maybe
Cypher.
Scissors. Yeah, Cypher.
Cypher
Scizor.
is a really good dive Pokemon, and it's very, very
Yeah.
strong.
Yep.
Who's one?
Serena.
What
Also the
attackers are a good dive?
Zacian.
Yeah,
Cerulege.
Sword.
Wait, is Buzzwole a dive or is it engager?
no,
No,
Buzzwole is an
no.
engager.
And
He's
Urshifu.
Urshifu is
The
an
dark
engager.
one.
He's in the same kind
They're
of
both
boat.
typings?
He's more, yeah, both. But he's in the same kind of boat as Blaziken. He's not quite a full diver, but he's not a diver. He's a pseudo diver.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he can kind of do the job, but it's not really his forte. He's not built for it, but he can still do it. So
What are
Then
attack divers?
Maybe
attack
Hydreigon.
divers, Cramorant.
Cramorant.
Cramorant is a very strong dive Pokemon right now. Um,
Dracopod?
that's
No.
really it. Um, Pikachu is kind of like a pseudo diver because it goes in with Volt Tackle and then it kind of like backs off, but it's got its all like if you go
But
in with a full burst combo, you're good. Um,
Fire Spin Armor, is that an engager or diver?
Fire Spin
Mhm.
Armor Rouge is the same as Metagross. It is not a diver. It is a frontline. It is a frontline engager.
Engager.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we have solid divers as Zacian, then
Oh,
Cerulege.
yeah. Miraidon is
Miraidon.
Electro Drift. Miraidon is a decent diver as well. Um,
Yeah.
once it's back there, it doesn't really do anything. But getting back there and using Electro Drift and then fucking off, it's really good at.
Hit and run.
Yeah, he done that.
So for now we
Dragapult.
have
Dragapult can
Yeah,
also be
Dracopod.
considered a kind of diver because you can maneuver easier with him. There's no like dashes or anything like that. You can just kind of like go
Yeah.
invisible and then burst them out with your Phantom Force and then your Unite with X attack. But other than that, no. Zeraora is a really strong
Mhm.
diver as well. Very needs a very particular comp to go against something with
oh,
not a lot of CC. So
Leafeon, Talon.
Leafeon and
Talon,
Talon,
Leafeon,
excellent
yeah.
divers. Yep. Lots of options for dive. Not a lot of
Ah,
option. Like not all of them you're going to want to use because you still got to like flesh out a comp, but you got lots of options.
I don't want to
Lots
say
of
this, but
options.
I do not want to say this, but I'll still say it because is Talon Gold
Yeah.
Getter Talon a thing in 5 stacks?
That's the dire disappointment
It
right
is
there.
not a thing in 5 stack.
Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure.
Talonflame's back capping, getting a lot of goals and whatnot is a thing. But using
Yeah,
Gold Getter or Score Shield to achieve it, not a thing.
okay.
You only see that on ladder.
Yeah, just making sure.
Mind you, that doesn't mean you can't make a comp involving it. Like if you have, so if you have like, if you decide to go with a Greedent and a Talonflame, you throw Goal Getter on them or something like that. Those will be your scores, and then you
Like a
build around
fully
them.
score comp.
Yeah, and then you would build around that. You would need something to secure objectives. You would need
Yeah,
something to help you stay like a core to stay alive. But I mean, like they're okay. So I don't want to say I'm going to say this, and don't make me regret it.
I know.
But all strategies are viable. Um, it's okay to be creative, and it's okay to fail. Um, you just try new things because you never know what works. And I'll keep referencing this again. Look at the world champions, the current world champions. They
Fennel.
won a game with Sableye, Comfey,
That's
Dodrio,
my favorite game. That's my favorite game.
Sterilege,
Yeah.
and I cannot remember the last one. I think it was like a Talonflame or something like that.
No,
But
Dodrio, Sterilage, Sableye, Comfy, and Healer Blissey, I guess, or Leafeon. Yeah, Leafeon.
Leafeon, it was Leafeon, yes.
Yeah,
That
double
team
speedster.
just bodied the other team. It shouldn't have. By all rights, when you look at it, 2 speedsters, 2 supporters, shouldn't have. But it did it because they got
That
creative. They knew how
yeah,
those mons work. They knew how to apply the pressure correctly, and they made it work. This is what I mean by all strategies. All strategies
it,
can all strategies can work, or like there's no like just
it
don't
all
make me
comes
regret.
down to the
Yeah,
execution.
exactly. It's all about the execution. Don't make me regret those. I don't want to see no Rocky helmets out there. I'm just saying.
No.
But no, like getting creative with your like we're learning the basics and we're getting
Mhm.
them hand down and we're doing it. And you guys are doing exactly what I hoped you guys would do, getting the basics down and you're getting that thinking and the right mindset.
Yeah,
Now you guys are basically in the right position to start getting creative with your ideas. Start getting creative with your comps. Start thinking outside the box. Start thinking, how can I win this? What worked? What didn't? How can I make this win? Does it work?
yeah.
And then
We'll
because
have to do
UCS,
that in practices.
UCS is a month and a half away. The first event for the AOS Cup, November 30th, December 1st. So you guys are already on par for the course of getting in the right mindset, getting in the right thinking to participate in the first event. Like
we're doing that?
I was, listen. 4 weeks ago, when I asked you, "What do you guys want to do? What's your goal?" Every single one of you told me UCS.
No. I mean, we're doing the November thing.
The
The
what?
November thing, the first event.
Oh, okay.
In this November,
The first event for Echo will take place on November 13th. We're not taking part in the November 30th. We're not taking part in the in-person event. We're taking part at the
Yeah,
end of the month one. The
Oh,
the
AOS Cup
online.
It's called the AOS Cup play-ins. So those will be looking to take part in.
Okay.
Yeah.
this makes sense.
But yeah.
I thought
Anyways.
you meant the in-person event by when you said the first one.
Oh God, no. We're not taking. That's too much money. That's all the
Yeah.
way down in Brazil. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
all right. Dive Pokemon. You said you guys wanted to craft the dive team. Go.
Yes. CC heavy dive.
all right.
What
Then
do you guys think about that?
I have some kind of options. Let me know what you guys think. I have
Go
Mimikyu,
for.
Cerulege. I don't like
Mm-hmm.
Zacian that much, but still,
Yeah, I don't like
and
it.
Garchomp.
Honestly,
And
Garchomp is
these are
good
the
option.
four options when we do not have the Gyarados. So keep in mind that just say Gyarados is banned or something.
Yeah, and Gyarados is going to be banned. We'll pretend that you guys wiped the floor with them, and then Gyarados was the problem. Gyarados will be first
Yeah.
banned.
yeah. Not gonna
Uh,
lie,
uh,
I kind of like the Mimikyu here because do we have to ban
yeah,
or Charizard if we pick Mimikyu? We can just counter them,
Huh?
or we just take the Slowbro too. But
Hmm. They might first pick
it's
Slowbro, you
lovely.
never know.
Maybe.
I mean, they might first pick either the Star or the Slowbro.
If we're diving, who's like our number one threat? Umbreon?
Umbreon.
We ban
Also
Umbreon?
Huh.
yeah, maybe
If we're
that's what.
diving, Clefable is gonna be our number one threat. Maybe the gravity with the. I think so.
Mm,
Amazon is also a
so
thing.
maybe what do you think about the we can pick the Clefairy?
Huh?
We can pick Clefable with us.
Hmm. Yeah, we can pick the Clefable and the diver first, like first two picks maybe.
Yep.
Is there a chance they're going to go for Clefable that high, or do you think that's too high for Clefable?
No,
That's actually.
that's not
I
gonna.
mean, if we pick the Mimikyu or any diver first, they might think about it, but they might not go. I mean, that's a 50-50, I guess.
Hey,
Yeah.
do y'all see hide screen still?
It says
No,
Yeah,
it's
pause.
paused.
it's a pause.
Okay, just making sure I just wasn't
Oh,
me.
Yeah, no, it's a pause.
Oh well. Now it's closed.
It was
Nice
nice while
pause.
it lasted. Hey, it's
Well,
back.
it's back again.
It's bad.
It's nice again. If it's left open, what do you guys think about me going Pika in this comp?
Pika
Pika is
has
nice
lots
Good.
of
option.
ECC, so that'd be nice.
Yeah,
But
that'd be
keep in
nice.
mind they have the first pick.
Yeah.
And Ho-Ho's
And also
also.
they
Hi,
was
if you get our
also
hopes up
And he
again.
left. Oh well.
Sorry, bro. His
He's
internet
left
must be
us.
bugging out.
Something's happening with him. Ah.
yeah,
Let's take this extra time and discuss. Because why not?
yeah. Without him, yes. Why not?
So,
We can
ah,
pick the Pikachu if they're not gonna ban or something like that.
Think
Yeah, I
Pika
mean, if
Mimi for our first
Dan
two?
or first pick
Pika
Pika, we should
Mimi would be
definitely.
good.
yeah.
Yeah,
Unless
exactly.
weren't you gonna pick Mimikyu or
Oh, hi, John. Jonathan Hyde.
how about
Hello,
Pikachu
hi,
and
Jonathan.
Charizard? How does that sound? Question.
Yeah, Charizard is a good option. It's good.
I'm sorry, what did you say, man?
Pikachu and Charizard instead of Mimikyu. Maybe we can pick it.
If we could lock both of them down, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good option.
Yeah, and then we would want to ban the slow bro then.
Yeah, we
Because
would
we know
definitely have
that
to
Yeah.
play
that
who the
we know their first
anti-divers.
ban.
We would have to
Yeah,
get
their
their
first ban
anti-divers
is
bound.
Gyarados. Oh
Are you
well.
sure we're gonna ban the characters thing?
No, their first ban is Gyarados. We're the orange team here.
Oh, okay.
We're second picking.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna ban
Thanks.
Slowbro
So
first,
Slowbro would be our first,
and then same thing. We can
Yes.
force them with the Ho-Oh,
and force them with
and
Yeah.
if they don't,
Ho-Oh,
we
and
won't.
then possibly either like a Umbreon or something.
Yeah, that's a good
But
option.
in case they don't ban the Ho and they ban the Pikachu, then we ban the Ho, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. We can ban the Umbreon here. What do you guys?
Guys, what? So we want to ban Umbreon over Ho.
No.
You
Yeah.
know, not
Ho's
necessarily.
rival is way more crazier than Umbreon. No, no, no,
Yeah,
no, no.
Yeah.
I
Like
think
they
Oh,
have first
I think
pick
Ho-Oh
tier.
yeah.
would be
That's
Ho-Oh would
Yeah.
basically
be
Oh,
perfect.
5v9.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you're right.
true. That's true.
Then we're banning
We can
Slowbro.
ban.
Yep.
Yeah, Slowbro.
Slowbro first. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, Slowbro it is, and then we're getting rid of Pika.
And
Obviously you are.
we'll
Nerd.
just take the hoe away.
Okay, we'll take
Take the
Well,
we'll
Ho.
take
Charizard.
Ho-Oh.
Ho, ho, ho.
Actually, never
Take
mind.
the
Ho, take
Ho.
Ho, take Ho. If they pick
Yep.
the
Take
Charizard, we have
Ho.
the Mimikyu.
Yep. Take Ho.
Take Ho out. Okay. So
Let's
now
see.
first pick.
What's your What's your gonna first pick?
Snorlax.
What are we gonna pick? What are we gonna
No,
pick?
Lex.
Snorlax or Lapras.
Lapras.
Uh,
Or Comfy.
Knew it.
Okay,
Oh,
so
Of
that's
course you
okay.
are.
That's okay. We'll go with somebody who's got more of a cannon in the back, like a Venusaur or somebody who's got a long confirm, or even like a Delphox
We
or a Guardy. You know that could keep him
Charizard.
away from mean looking
Yeah.
you.
Hmm.
In a
True.
dive comp team?
Charizard. Yeah.
See, now the thing is, both Charizard and Mimikyu are up. So
I'm gonna go for the
I'd go
Charizard.
Charizard
I think it's,
first.
yeah.
Yeah, I go Charizard.
okay,
But
and your
see, the
second?
thing is,
Mimi.
we're going
Clefable.
Charizard, and they might go here Mimikyu. So if they go Mimikyu, how do you counter that?
No, no, no,
No,
no. You guys have two
No,
picks.
we have two picks. I
Yep.
say we. I say
I
we
know.
pick. I say we pick
Both?
Mimikyu.
Sure.
You got two
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
strong dive monsters right there.
We're giving them way too many
Yeah.
counters here, by the way. Like Trevenant, Clefable, and Mamoswine and whatnot.
Yeah.
See.
Still, yeah. We can pick the Trevenant here.
So for a healer, who do we want? Because we need sustain.
Um,
See,
Blizzy.
he Blissey.
Yeah, Bliss. Yeah. And Defender?
I would like.
Blissey.
Trav.
Well, actually,
He,
we need to think about our attack real quick. Is it going to be level 4 or level 5?
Depends on our defender.
I think
Trav.
either
Probably.
Mamo or
Tree?
Oh, trees up. Trees
Trev.
up.
Yeah.
You want to take
I
Tree?
wait.
Yep. Also,
Let's think about that
Crustle is good
effect
option.
here. Armor Rouge is up.
Crust Crustle is good option here also.
Amarouge is up.
Yeah, Armor is
Um,
up.
hmm.
Hell, yeah, you know what? Let's go for Amarouge.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
for
I'm
the
okay with
Armor.
that.
Yeah,
Then
go
we'll
for the
need
Armor.
a early game defender unless Armor Rouge is going jungle. Never mind. No, he's not going jungle.
Um, and I say we pick either whoever's left of Trevenant or Mamo or Crustle.
Honestly, it has to
Maybe
be
just
Ammo or
wait. Yeah,
Mamo is
Crustle.
just
not an
wait.
option here. No, no, no,
Yeah,
no, no,
just
no.
wait for the fight.
Mamo is way too late game with Armor Rouge, and both
Who
are
Maybe
needs
we
some
extremely
can
late.
go for the
melee?
go for the double supporter with the Hoopa thing. What do you guys think?
Huh, Hoopa.
That's not a bad
All right.
play.
So,
Because we have Charizard, Armorus, Mimic.
oh, it's my pick, right? It's my two picks now.
Yeah, it's your pick.
That's my fault. All right. We are going to lock in. Who is this comp? It was Venusaur, and it was this guy.
Alright.
That's a pretty dive heavy comp.
And backline too.
Backline too.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Mimikyu to counter the Venusaur, most probably. Like obviously.
Yeah.
And we need defenders or another support.
Yep.
Hey,
On
Mr. Mime can be good here, honestly.
As
To
long as
counter
he
the
doesn't
Scizor or
jungle.
the Scyther. Huh?
Yeah.
Sorry, what do
Also,
you say,
Mr.
Koshu?
Mime.
I was gonna say Mr. Mime or Ridley Tough, but the only problem I just realized I can't play any of those Pokemon, so
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Who's playing what? I'm playing Mimikyu. Ace is playing
I'm
Charizard,
playing. Bonbon
right?
is playing Armor's thing, maybe.
Armarouge. And
Yeah.
Caution,
Caution's
Caution
playing
with
what?
the.
caution
I'll,
would be
Right.
on
Uh,
Blissey.
I'll either
Oh,
be
then
Blissey or a
Carpy's
defender,
left.
whatever.
Then
You're picking Carp's Pokemon right now.
Carpy, say something.
Cup.
well,
Cup.
for early game defenders like Crustle is like
Crustal.
the one that evolves at
Yeah.
level 4, and then
Yep.
Snorlax
Yeah.
is
Crustal
really
is.
early too.
Crustal is
Wait,
good
what's
option.
Snorlax gonna do here, by the way?
He can like heavy slam like into like the Cypher size Scizor and maybe the Sylveon too. Yawn them,
Yeah,
block
that's a
them.
good option.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, that's a good option.
You're going to take Snorlax?
Yep.
All right. So,
Okay.
what's the first thing you notice with the team?
Our team.
Just both of them amongst this. So this is the final comp that's locked in. What are your targets on the purple team, and who are you going to target them with? What are you afraid of?
Mimikyu with Venusaur.
Okay.
Charger with the Sylveon.
I mean, sorry, Venusaur with Mimikyu. Never mind.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
Mimikyu probably, huh?
And then, huh,
Armarouge would be
Armorous. Armorous
probably hitting
can hit.
Caesar.
Yeah.
Now,
Caesar or
yeah,
Scythe.
yeah,
Snorlax will,
that's the
yeah,
other thing is that's the problem with Scizor is you don't know if it's going to be a Scizor, which
or
works well
Scyther.
with both Umbreon and Clefable, or Scyther, which can easily get into your back lines. Which I know
Yeah.
it's just Armor Rouge right now, but even Charizard kind of plays more to the back. Same with Mimikyu. Mimikyu's looking for an opportunity. He's not looking for an engage. Scyther can, with a surprise, can take out Mimikyu and vice versa. So it's definitely going to be who gets who first.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, another thing I noticed is that all of our main damage evolves at level 5, like has power spikes at level 5, so gonna have
Yeah.
to have a pretty good early game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we got Armor Rouge in the jungle. Is that where we're sending Arma, in the jungle, or are we having Armor Rouge into a lane?
Maybe we can send the army in the jungle and both all around to go for the lane with the stacking thing.
Huh.
Look at it this way. Who has the most important level who has the better level 5 out of
Uh,
Charizard, Mimikyu, or Armor Rouge?
Armarouge.
right now is Armorous. Right now is Armorous.
Armor Rouge. Now,
Armarouge.
what Armor Rouge, so what can you do with Armor Rouge? You can gank with Armor Rouge, and whatever lane you're ganking, that could be the lane that you help support. So it's either going to be the Charizard lane or the Mimikyu lane.
Charizard.
Charizard.
Probably
You're going to be
Charizard.
looking, and then you can rotate either the Mimikyu up into the top lane there, or you could even do the Snorlax if you really wanted to, because Snorlax does have that brawly capacity.
Yeah.
Mimikyu
Yeah.
is strong enough to hold the bottom lane on its own if it needs to, but excuse me. But yeah, Snorlax can offer a lot of support. So this is an opportunity to look at if we're going to send someone top lane from the bottom, who could it be? Because either is actually viable. Arguably, I might actually send Snorlax because that tackle, it's still going to have tackle, and tackle is devastating in this early game.
Yeah. Definitely.
True.
And also we can go for the 5-man all push in the top.
You
5
you
or
could
4.
you could even do a
5.
4-5 man. Yeah, you
Yeah.
could do the 5-man.
Like 5 man top or bottom.
Exactly.
Top.
Okay.
So what do you fear on their team? What do you think their team is going to do?
Venusaur backline with the solar team thing.
Venusaur is going to hit them on the back lines with the solar beam. Exactly.
Yeah.
Mimikyu is
It's
going to
like
have a. Sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead, Carp.
yeah. It's like Umbreon Meaningless one of like our Brody guys, and they can just solar beam that, get on that with Scizor. They're probably just gonna die if that
yeah.
happens.
And also
Yeah.
the Cleffa
They're
have better
basically
speed.
diving in, sniping, and surviving,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
And
we're doing trying to block
where,
them. Counter
whereas
them.
Mimikyu, unlike other divers, Mimikyu has to have a clear line of sight at the
Yeah.
Venusaur. Now, Mimikyu can pop off if it gets its cooldowns, and you can easily help it get its cooldowns. But if it doesn't have a clear line of sight on that Venusaur and it's getting body blocked by that Clefable or that Umbreon, then you're going to have issues. And you don't want it to go into a 1v1 against Scizor, which it
No, no,
could
no,
be
no.
a
yeah.
Scizor as well. So this is all information that you're going to struggle with early on because you don't know what it's going to be. So there's a little bit of an unknown as to which mon you're going to be dealing with.
You know, I'm looking at this all set up, and you know, I keep thinking, you know, we all say Mimikyu for a lot of things, but you know, Absol's a destructive jungler.
He is
Yeah,
You know,
Absol.
we tend to forget about him because he's been out so long. But I
Yep.
mean, he really brings a
yep,
lot to the table.
Yeah.
yeah,
His early is so good.
Hmm.
yeah.
That is
Absolutely gonna, yeah.
an excellent point, Caution.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Absol would be able to stick to their back line a little bit better than, say,
Mimikyu.
maybe Mimikyu.
Yeah. But when he picked the Mimikyu, we didn't know
Right, right. I'm just
their
saying, like,
backline
you know,
gonna
it's
be.
something that
Yeah.
it's one of those characters that's been out since like the game launched, and he gets overlooked quite a lot, but he's still really strong.
Yeah. He's one of the original ones.
Hmm.
Kid God. Oh
It
well.
is.
Team comp is done.
Our competition.
We gotta
Guys.
execute this, I guess.
Yeah. It's now time for ladder play.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yo,
oh,
Oh,
I
it's
didn't
not.
mean that, but okay.
All right. Everybody sign into the game.
no, not me. Right.
I'm going to spectate your games and we're going to give you some feedback and stuff.
Okay, okay.
Uh, huh.
So how do you guys feel right now after going through that draft?
We are
I'm
feel
feeling a
good.
little bit
Well,
better.
Yeah?
Yep, feel better. Yeah.
And how do you feel after going through the VOD?
many information
We
that I didn't
know.
notice during the gameplay.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. We know our mistakes, so we're gonna implement on that thing. Well,
Like me focusing on like over focusing on the other team secure and forgetting our team secure.
Exactly.
yeah. And also the main thing is rave fight.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
I'm trying to log
Okay,
in.
very guys. Okay.
So again, while I'm recording your gameplay and stuff, I'm going to be about 2 minutes behind. I'm going to be listening in on your comms. Don't start the next game until I get. No, you're not inviting me in, Ace.
You can
Yeah,
you can watch my stream if you want. It's only 3 seconds behind.
That's okay. With my perspective, of being 2 minutes behind, I get to see everybody in action. So I get to see the perspectives of everyone. So that yeah, I get to see what everyone's up to, and I get to see enemy positions as well, so I can point those out. And while I'm recording, because I am recording these games, it's basically going to act as a VOD review during the for anybody who wants to rewatch the practice as well, who wants to re-go over it.
Yeah.
I got you.
Bon is here. Bonchan.
Bunchan,
I'm
Bunchan.
logging in now.
Okay.
Yay!
And oh, hey, yeah, the day reset, right?
Day reset.
Uh,
Oh, 1 day till the new thing is coming up.
There's the bombinator.
Hey.
Mhm.
I'm gonna grab a drink if you guys can give me just a minute.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, you know what? If you guys want, we can take like a 10-minute break. Everybody can get water, stretch your legs,
Mm. Or play quick
Maybe
match.
or play a
we
quick
can do
match.
yeah, we can do 5 minutes break instead of 10 minutes. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 5 minutes is cool.
Yep.
Yep,
All
5 is
right.
good.
All right. And then I'll see you guys back in 5 minutes at 9:40 EST.
14. Yep, sure.
I
Oh well, he left.
Who left? What do you guys think about our com right here?
I'm thinking whether we should like
Maybe
keep
we
our
can
current comp
prioritize
going and improve
Charizard.
this, or
Yeah, maybe
like
we can
practice
move
some
with
new ones.
Huh?
yeah, maybe yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. We can go for the another thing like apart from the
Yeah,
Mimikyu, Gary. We can consider the Absol thing, Charizard thing, other Pokemon like
yeah.
Garchomp, Scyther, Caesar, or
Hmm.
Armors, Sylveon. Yes, a lot of options out there.
Yeah. Because I think with our Gyarados comp, we have
It's
kinda mastered it, except our day fight, obviously.
yeah, we have.
But that goes for every single comp. But okay, I mean almost every single comp.
Mhm.
Before
Huh.
then, it was mine. I just have to sit
We need
Interesting. Interesting.
interesting.
Maybe we can try Scyther and Scyther with two.
Is
Well,
yeah, Scyther is good option here. And
the
also we
green
can go
one.
for the double supporter thing, with the hoop and the clappable and the breezy.
Maybe Comfy and Hoopa or
Comfy kind
Blissey or
of like a
Hoopa.
one speed. Yeah, Hoopa and the breezy or Cleffa is good option. Maybe.
Yeah. Huh. Because if you're going Scissor, the red one, then we don't need Comfy. But if you're going Scyther, that's kind of squishy here. Scyther is
Yeah,
squishy.
but yeah, it's just crazy because it's
But
literally squishy.
it'll depend on the team comp as well. If we have
Yeah,
any
please.
squishy targets we can dive on, then we'll choose
Always dive on.
Scyther.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, also we have to make our team comp that supports
Yeah.
both versions of it, not
Mm-hmm.
not only one.
Yep, that's good.
And it's only for today, I guess, because most usually we'll do draft, but it's blind pick. So yeah.
Yeah. And also we're gonna focus on the like double attacker thing or one.
And we should focus on our ho-hos as well, because our team ho is not ho-hoing. But
Yeah, whole thing is
sometimes we somehow pick ho-ho,
Wow. It's better.
like
yeah,
miraculously.
whole is good.
Yeah, in one of our last AWOL matches, like in Articuno League matches, we picked
Man, yeah,
ho-ho, and that
I
did not
remember
go
that.
well.
I remember that.
But I think your dad might be back.
Whole is always good option.
Ho-Ho on the team, and if used like correctly, like efficiently, then he's basically 5v9. Like 4 teammates dead, he revives
Like
all 4 of them.
everyone
It's
can
even
ban the
5v9.
Ho-Ho. The thing is, even we didn't ban the Ho-Ho thing, they're gonna ban the Ho-Ho for sure.
Yeah, so that's not an option.
Yeah,
But I'm saying just in case, like in our
yeah,
last Arctic
in
Uno
case,
matches, we somehow
yeah,
got that in our second pick, by the way, not even in our first pick, I guess.
definitely.
Some teams
Also,
just
we
don't
can,
prioritize Ho-Ho at all.
yeah, and we have also Pokemon like that, that's Dragonite, Metagross.
Yeah.
We need to work on that as well.
Mm.
And also, Azumarill is don't forget Azumarill.
Uh, haha. Yeah, no, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've never seen, like, recently, I think I never saw an Azumarill in the worlds, at least.
Yeah,
Did we?
so do I. No,
I think we saw
MG,
Dragonite.
you
Huh?
wanna send out some invites, man?
Where
Bonbons,
are
no,
yeah.
you? Wait,
wait,
invite
wait,
to who?
wait.
Wait, huh? Caution? Hello?
You wanna send out some invites?
I got you.
You, yeah,
I can see
Bonbon
you on
can
my
invite.
friend list.
Oh,
So do
actually, yeah,
I.
you guys show us offline.
You're offline.
Well,
I
how'd we do
can't
it
Uh,
see
first time?
MG either. I can't see MG either.
yeah.
Man,
All
hide start the
right.
match. Oh, there you are.
Hi. Do we have everyone back?
Yeah, I believe
Yippee,
so.
no.
Missing one person.
Oh,
Carpy.
Carpy.
Magic up,
Carpy Carp.
up.
Wait, I can't see you, Caution. Where are you?
You
Yeah,
can write the
Hyde told me
lobby
that
code.
the other day. Yeah, what's what's the
I
lobby
think it's.
code?
I found you.
If
I
you
can
guys
see you
haven't seen
now.
it recently, too, man, Carp has been holding it down in the jungle after I make that rotation. Or not in the
Yeah.
jungle, in the bottom lane.
I noticed that, like, pretty, like, in quite of our matches, he does not die at all.
He does
Like, he
not.
rarely
He
Yeah,
dies.
it does
for
not.
sure.
Yeah, for sure. Copy, come on. Yeah.
Like, last time he died, I forgot when it was.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah,
of the time, he just stays alive, keeps taking hits,
for sure.
getting bullied. Oh, so sad. Well, he really lose.
He did his job.
So, should we talk our compy?
Of course.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah,
We just
Then,
talk about
I
What do
wanted
you
to
guys think
ask,
about?
are you gonna work on our current comp, like Gyarados one, and improve that, like for the Ray fights, or you're
I like
thinking to
that idea.
practice some new
maybe,
comp?
yeah, we're
You know,
gonna focus on that with the Ray fight thing, with the
I think we
Gary
should
thing.
do that with caution because I don't think we have done Gyarados comp with caution, did we?
Yeah.
yeah,
No.
we have. It's been a
Oh,
while though,
Yeah.
Oh, the wild. Yeah.
but I'm
So
good with
it's
that.
gonna be
Just tell me
yeah
which support you want me to be.
comfy.
Comfy. Okay.
Yeah.
And who do you want to go for jungle thing?
Charizard or Mimikyu or Leafeon can work too
Lithium,
for
yeah.
early gank.
Sure.
Early gank top. Then
And for the attacker, we can go for the animals. Pikachu, Sylveon.
Carp, you good with playing slow, bro?
Of course.
Okay. Then
Mm,
Pikachu is
we are
most
ready
of
to
the
go.
time banned. So how about we try
yeah.
something else?
That's why I
I
was
mean,
thinking I
we're not
shouldn't
going
Yeah,
to
even
be
bother playing
playing
Pikachu.
draft.
yeah. We're
Yeah,
gonna
we're not
ban.
getting draft.
Not
Yeah,
this game.
no draft for you guys tonight.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't want to practice something that we're never going to get to run because it's always banned.
Yeah. Then you can try
Yeah.
Sylveon, Armor Rouge. It's almost all every time banned, but or Delphox if you want. Because with Slowbro, all of those goes in one
Yep.
lane.
If I
I
go
will
Sylveon, will we have the range?
go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead and answer the question.
Would you
If
would
I
We
go
you
don't.
ask?
Sylveon, will we have enough
We
range?
don't. No,
With
we don't.
Sylveon, do you have enough range?
Yeah.
I
No,
mean, Hyper Voice is kinda rangy, but Mystical Fire is range, and it is high damage.
but it required like some kind of little range with the Pokemon thing. It's not
Then
in a
Fox.
that too
Or you
long.
can
Yeah.
practice Gardevoir as well in case we need Gardevoir action.
Yep.
Do you have Gardevoir by the way? Monchan?
Do I? No, I don't.
Oh, never mind. Then
We
Delphox.
can work on the Dalfox team. Yep.
Who do you wanna play out of all the options?
I can play either or. I just didn't know if we would have enough range if I went Sylveon. We had a game
I think
where I
Delphox
went.
would be a better option because of the fire spin stunts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a
Then
chance to dive in.
who's our tank for the peel?
Slowbro
Oh yeah.
No, bro.
and the jungle.
Charizard, Mimikyu, and Blaziken and
Leaf.
Leafeon.
Huh. Huh.
What do you want to pick?
You guys decide. uh, I
Do
mean,
you
Right.
if
need
you're
some
it's an
more
early
damage?
game, it's an early
Do
game
you need
top
some
with
more
Leafeon.
damage? So, Leafeon can.
So before I forget, Bond, to address your comment there of not wanting to practice something if it's going to be banned, I totally get that, but there will be teams that don't know what to ban. There will be teams that will let it through because they prioritize other bans. So practicing stuff that will most likely be banned is still really good to have in your back pocket because you never know when it could come up and when you can punish a person for not banning it. And then if that team is constantly banning it, then you have free reign to hit to your other stuff. So
Yeah, that's a good point. Peek at
Yep,
his voice.
that's good one.
Peekabee, okay.
exactly, like you're a master.
Okay.
And besides, you never know when it's going to fall off or when it's going to stay good. Because just because it's really strong this season and getting banned doesn't mean it won't get a slight nerf, but still be good. Just not everyone wants to ban it. So
Pika never dies.
Pika never
Never
dies.
done.
Exactly.
It's a lifestyle, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going Leafeon with this for an early gank, because why not?
Yep,
And
Yeah.
if we go Charizard, I doubt you'll have enough sustain.
I
Because
do.
Comfey's most of the
I,
time will gonna be on me.
no,
Unless you go
I'm gonna manage it.
Scyther.
I'm gonna
Can you
manage
play
it.
Scyther?
Yep, Scyther. Yep, yep,
You can play it?
yep. I can play.
Huh. And wait. Alright, hide. Is Scyther jungle a thing?
Yep,
Yes, Scyther jungle is a thing.
Well, then maybe try that. Because why not?
sure,
And depending on the other team, you will either go Scyther or Scizor.
definitely.
If we need tank, like sustain, you will go Scizor. And if we need to dive someone hard, then Scyther.
Sure.
Guess you're ready
Yep.
for our first match.
Yep.
You're ready to
Sir.
go.
Yay!
I am don't you think about the talent thing right now.
No, 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 we're not doing that today. We'll have to think a different day about that.
Yeah,
I swear, I know I said there's no bad strategies. There's no such thing as a bad strategy.
I know.
yeah,
But don't
I
make
know.
don't make me regret that. Don't make me regret that, guys. Don't make me regret saying that. You know full well what I meant. Gold Gator Tower Flame was not there.
Yeah,
All right. So, do
Oh man.
you want comfy?
All right, I'll go on mute now.
Yeah.
Yay! We're
Well,
gonna
maybe
skip the bunnies.
someone
Your
said
turn.
yay.
Yep.
Huh?
MG said yeah. MG said it.
Wait, why?
The disrespect from you guys. The cheek. The cheek. Oh, I'm gonna go on mute. Yay! Like finally.
We have to wait until you're muted so
Bro,
we can
I was
speak ill of
talking
you,
about.
Hyde.
I was
We
talking
were gonna
Yeah.
do
about
it while
some
you can speak
small
back.
thing.
Oh, just wait. We have Eldegoss,
God damn.
Gyarados, Pikachu. Oh, they have pretty nice combo.
Man.
Guess
This is
you're
the
playing
Maybe I can
Scizor.
go. Yep, I'm playing Caesar.
I'm gonna fuck
Huh.
that Pikachu up.
Why not?
His outfit's nicer than mine. His hat covers his whole head.
Yeah.
And but you
Alright.
have gold bats.
Like,
We're skipping the bunnies and Pikachu rotating top. We're doing 4-man top.
Yep.
Let's go.
And my game
Cap.
stopped, please.
Yep, you're doing
I
as
mean, that's
usual.
classic moment.
Yeah, that's
Carpy
classic.
Carpin.
Whee!
Yeah, you are.
Skipping. Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
Hmm.
rotating top.
Gotta get you there as fast as possible.
Yeah, let's go sack now. Come with
All
me.
right.
Pikachu, he's in
Oh, I
jungle.
got it.
Oh, they
Yep.
left all of their bunnies. Okay, interesting. They're going for. Okay, there's some unique strategies there.
He's coming back.
Okay,
I know.
I'm
got
coming up
that.
to help you.
Oh, you got that too, man.
I'm gonna get him from behind and
Yeah,
below.
sure.
Oh, next to you.
I got that.
You can go for
But
it.
I'm backing up
Can
now. Zacian's here.
I got you.
Bye bye. Not
I'll be
today.
there after
Not today.
my thing.
Sorry. Thanks. Back up
I'm
Pikachu.
online.
Back
I'll be
Pikachu.
there after finishing my thing.
You got delayed.
Yeah, because of the invade. Pikachu is
We're
also
not
there.
going in. We're not going in. Back up. Back up.
That way you see the
Don't have our
jungle.
jungle. But now we're going in. Well, we did plan
I
for
poked
this.
out too early. That's on me.
Yep, no worries.
We should have stayed on pair. That's alright. That's scary. Alright, let me
Gary's
hit the
online.
buffs. Let me hit the buffs only. I'm not taking them just to engage,
Yep.
boost up my gauge.
Sure, sure.
Wait, wait.
We going for
I
birds?
just.
Going for birds
Yep.
mid.
Okay.
Okay, I see the Pikachu. He just came down.
Alright, I'm a Gyarados now. Comfy. Whee! I'm diving in.
Yep. Just make sure we get all
Oh,
that.
shit. Let's hit bottom now. Full
Yep.
push.
There, Gary's up top.
Expect that he's gonna get all those stacks by himself.
Oh, he broke it.
That's
Never mind.
broke the goal.
We have Memo and the LD down here. I'm going for
Take their
jungle.
buffs.
Yep.
Top's missing.
We can try for the in the bottom objective.
Yeah.
So get that
And I
Jason.
killed him. Just come back. Come back here, Shiva.
Of course.
They're so low, you can kill all of them. Do it. Never mind, just back
No,
up.
man.
Nice. Start hitting the objectives. Start hitting it.
Alright.
Hitting it. Hit it.
On my way.
Slower go top now. He's hitting the top objective. Go top. Comfy, leave him. Comfy, leave him. Nice.
I got
Let's
it.
push here. Let's
Yeah,
go
push,
for
push,
push.
push.
If Gyarados is top, we can push. Easy.
Jason is
Comfy
here.
Comfy just try to save me. Oh no.
Well, you're jumping all over.
Fall back. Yep, fall back.
Yeah, that's why just try to stick to me. You don't need that. You don't need to heal the Pikachu there. Whee!
We have also we can
So you
save.
can go help the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, Zacian
The
probably
jungle.
when you're lucky.
Whee! Got that? Maybe. I'm going for the mid birds. If they're still
Yep,
there, I'm
papa.
out there.
Well, while you're here, Ace, mind just getting these birds with me.
And
Yep,
I
Like,
need
sure.
these two.
get those.
The birds are here.
Oh, wait, already ate them.
I got most of them.
You can take this one. This also.
Just farm and wait for them.
Yeah.
Nice.
Your red buff
What are you
is
gonna
up.
think? Yep. He's in jungle.
Oh, the gods invading. It's ACN too.
Alright,
Nice.
Jason's here. Oh, welcome.
Yeah, top or bottom.
Bottom.
Maybe we can go for top.
There we
Okay,
go on
Bottom.
bottom.
We're kinda behind on levels, that's why.
Water for the memo. He's in bush. Jason is going for the. Jason is here.
I'm going for the
Memo's
Pikachu
out.
there.
Hey, I just kind of had to unite the ACN
Yeah?
there. Ooh.
I just done memo.
There he's so low. The Legos United, I guess,
Yeah.
right? Go top.
I
Go top.
guess.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
What
Do your
Camel?
jungle thing.
Yeah,
He's
ACN.
here.
When they come to pad.
Yep.
They're bottom 4.
Yep, coming down.
You,
And they're
you,
uniting,
yeah.
okay.
Go bot.
Why 3 of us? Oh no. Why 3 of you are top? That's so funny. Let's just farm up and farm up, yeah. Comfy?
I need
Hello?
stacks.
Rest in peace, Caucus.
I need stacks, and you're two all over the place.
That's so funny. Oh no. The way you said I need stacks and just went and
You know, maybe we can just pick up other gods again. Never mind. Don't say something.
He's been playing really risky the whole game.
He
Yeah,
has.
our
Yeah.
bees are up by the way.
He's. Yep.
The
Maybe
top
we can
bees.
go for the. Maybe we
We
can go
need
for the top.
levels.
Yep.
Yeah, it's almost there. We should not fight here. Just farm anything you can get.
Yep.
Yep, head up top. I would like
Yeah.
to
Copy.
not get this last objective if possible.
We'll try to we'll not get this, but we'll try to keep them from getting it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Could
advantage
always push
uniting,
for
yeah.
bot.
There's someone in this lower
Yeah.
bush down here.
That's
Yeah.
true.
There's someone in the lower bush.
Wait, my game froze. Hold up.
Oh well, let's back a
Oops.
Pikachu. They're hitting. They're hitting. Huh.
You can jump.
Not jumping in. Nope, nope, nope. Back up.
Never
I was
mind.
just
We
tired.
should have went bottom.
Yeah, I
For the levels
guess.
too.
Yeah. Quickly with that, and we're gonna.
I think we go to just leave it and go to Ray.
Straight to Ray,
Yep.
yeah.
Ripped it.
Not on it, yeah. See the elder gods like usual.
Memo's in.
They're poking it only.
Zacian's coming from the
dog
top.
smart's coming from above.
Alright, there's Asians here. Okay.
What?
Oh,
Man. I didn't even
Don't
get
just
the
do that
chance to
again.
ignite them. They're ripping.
What
That's
happened
not one.
that far there?
They back
Mammoth
pandas.
thing. Yeah, Mammoth thing and
So
Eldegoss.
what basically happened was Mammoth stunned us, Zacian jumped us, Pikachu united, and all of them just united after Mammoth one jumping. Like Mamo, Zacian, and Gyarados, and then they just came out. That was actually good. Whoever that. He's just poking it now with his pose. We can still try to pause. I mean, pause. Stop push!
I'm
I can
the
speak.
not going well with the break. I just feel like
Is
that
your
feels energy. I'm poor. I'm broke.
uh, I guess I'm killing this.
Well, we kind of just got ambushed and jumped over here, so.
Yeah.
yeah?
I don't know if Pika was the right pick,
Well,
but
we
I just
broke
got
one wall
melted.
post, so that's a win for us. At least for me.
What do you mean for you?
I don't know. If gets the MVP.
Nope, I
I,
don't.
well, you do. I guess that's a win for him.
I have
GG's.
so much history.
So what went wrong there? Our positioning. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was our positioning good, Caution?
I'm at
Uh,
240, so
not
I'll be there in
not
about.
really. No, I think you
At
were
Ray.
extremely aggressive for not having anybody backing you up in almost
Yeah.
all of the game. Um, you
Yeah.
know, you're extremely good at jumping to back line, but without anybody
Yeah.
else
I
there,
was
like they just
feeling that.
melted you.
Like every time I jumped in, no one was there to back me up, sadly.
I know, but I mean, like you're the one in the front, so you need to tell people, hey, I'm
Yeah.
jumping into the back line.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
bad on that. But for our Ray positioning, was this okay? Maybe no, yes.
I
Maybe.
think we let them kind of dictate that fight a little too much. I mean, like we did keep you alive, but we didn't really kill anybody, so it was kind of a
Like
5v1.
we couldn't prioritize anyone, maybe.
Um, I I think at that point we were just a little over leveled. I mean, they over leveled us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
and they
definitely
have
under
CC.
leveled.
And they have
I
CC.
think maybe we're a little grouped up because like they just have like these big moves that like hit us all at the same time, and then
Yeah,
we
they
all just
they hit all of you at basically the same
They
time.
have
I agree.
they have
Yeah,
And they have
our
215,
grouping,
214, and a 13.
positioning was to bunch up, I guess, grouped up.
We have 313s and 212s.
Mm. And yeah, no, but you're definitely right. I was just jumping you without calling it out, sadly,
Yeah, I
and there was
wasn't
nobody
sure
to back
if I
up.
needed to stay on you or wait for somebody else to come rescue you,
Yeah.
or you know,
Oh, that's why you jumped out. Oh, okay.
yeah,
I understand. Oh, oh,
like,
you thought I would die? Oh,
well,
okay,
I mean, like
okay.
we did. It was like it went from like between 1 and 3 seconds we
Yeah,
were alive, basically. You
yeah.
know, um, you need at
Uh-huh.
least somebody to jump in with you. Like Caesar would have been a good choice. Um,
Mm,
yeah.
somebody to soak up some of that damage. Um, and
mm.
and actually, like stay in there toe to toe for a minute. Um, Gary's really good. It's just
He
he
needs
just
backup.
he
Yeah,
needs somebody. Yeah,
he can like solo everything. Yeah,
that's why I'm not really a huge fan of Comfey. Like Comfey heals really well, but it's got no like CC or anything to like break the chain
I think
of.
Cliffable is a good choice with Gyarados, no? Because if you both
Yeah,
go in, you gravitate them and keep healing me as well
that's
and taking damage as well.
that's
It's
yeah, that's basically what I'd prefer to would be
we should
somebody with
try
some.
one game with something with like that, I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
that's who I
All
was
right.
gonna pick this last one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, go ahead, Caution. Finish your thought.
I know that's what I'm saying. That's who I had planned to pick. Before you asked for Comfey, I was gonna try to do Clefable. That way, I had some CC and some group healing rather than
yeah,
just one person. Because you
yeah.
had some people that needed heals Like, Pikachu can get
Sure.
in and out, but I mean, like, Gyarados
Scizor.
once he jumps in, and Caesar once he jumps in, there's really no getting out. And Slowbro's kind of the same if he doesn't run Surf, like he's got no get out either. So like when you limit yourself to healing just one person, it's it has to be somebody who's tanky enough to like sit there
Survive.
for a
Yeah,
good
and sit
bit.
there and kill. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, couple of notes. Master, Caution already called you on it. When you're engaging, call it. Your team doesn't
Yeah.
know when to engage unless you're telling them, let's engage. And don't just jump, say, let's engage, and then jump. Say, I'm going to bounce and wait for them to react and be like, okay, I got your back. So when you hear
True.
like when you say, I'm going to bounce in, that's not the confirmation you're saying, I'm doing this no matter what. You're saying that so that your team can give you confirmation, okay, let's do it, or no, don't do it, back off. So you're
Or
waiting
like
for that call to
need
do it.
like you need a few more seconds, or they need a few more
Yeah,
seconds.
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
Basically, I'll wait for their confirmation that they'll like I'll make sure they'll back me up, right?
right,
Exactly.
Yep.
right.
Oh,
This tells your team, because one of the biggest advantages of 5 stack is communication.
yeah.
So yeah, and that's the thing. So um this is just the first game for tonight. So hey, that's not so bad. There was a lot of good that I saw in a little bit. Caution.
Yo,
On the Comfey. So trust me, I get it. I'm bad for this too. I'm the supporter mentality of I got to heal everyone. With Comfey, the goal that we're opting for when we use Comfey on a combination of like with a Gyarados or a Ceruledge or a Blaziken or even Metagross is Comfey is the parasite for that exclusive target. It's not going to touch anybody else um, during the fight. Maybe in between fights, maybe on the rotations between lanes to heal people up, but overall, not going to leave uh, your partner. If they die, you die with them. Most likely. Most likely.
yeah, he's
There
my
might
he's my least played support, so I have really very little
Yeah.
practice with him.
that's
They're
you,
still
and you know
heal
what?
heal me pretty
You're
good.
you're in yeah you're in the safest environment and the best environment to even do that. So we're in practice right now. So like that's
Yeah.
awesome. Just keep doing it. Um, and I'm since you're back and stuff. I don't know how active you're going to be with Matt with getting on games and stuff, but honestly, in the last few weeks since I mentioned it, like you guys have been like Echo as a whole has been amazing in setting games up. Like you guys had Pokey in there, you had Fairy in there, y'all were doing the trip
That was
wolves
fun.
one night, like,
Yeah.
Soccer
and
ball wolves.
anytime Hawk is in there posting like, "Hey, I want anyone want to run any," or even Veto, when you guys are like he posts there or whatnot, you guys are usually jumping in and playing with them, and you're playing amongst each other as well. So that is a lot of good experience and stuff. And I'm not gonna say take that opportunity and run like practice your metamons or practice your mons that you need to get or whatnot. That is a great and excellent opportunity to do so though. But like make sure to have fun as well. So I know you're going to do your goofy builds. I know you're probably going to run your
Yeah.
lane Dragapults and whatnot and stuff. So it's like, hey,
Well,
go
did go
for it.
get a talent and won the match.
Go get her talent and want to met. Listen. I mean, I still got to break XO of it, but that's like XO saying, hey, I can double gank with Leafeon. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just because you saw a YouTube video, some guy on ladder doing it, that don't mean do it in 5 stacks. That's not.
Yeah.
I'm calling you out,
Yeah.
Exo. You're gonna watch this. Don't do the double gank Leafeon. Stop
Uh,
it. We haven't had this
sure.
conversation yet, but stop it. But yeah, no. But yeah, no. In all seriousness, though, like, yeah, Comfey is going to be on whatever target we're gonna pop it onto. So typically, that's its lane target. We'll have a secondary target. So in this case, Scizor was the secondary target. So if Gyarados goes down, you're looking to get on that Scizor. I mean, obviously, you're going to be looking to get on like anybody just to survive. But when you get the opportunity, you're looking for the Scizor. Um, Now the heals were a little bit low too, only about 27k. Do you and you say you don't play Comfey a lot, so So there's two things I want you to start doing with Comfey. The first thing is I want you to look for any opportunities you can to hop when you're hopping off your target, hop off into a bush. Because what that does is Comfey has flower stacks. When you have those, it goes up. Those flower stacks go up to a max of 8. The healing you perform with Comfey drastically increases depending on how many stacks you have. So you have 1 stack, you're not going to do a lot. But if you got 8 stacks, you're going to give like a third of the HP bar back. So that's something to keep in mind. When you hop into the grass, you're getting your stacks back faster. So you'll go from like 2 stacks to like 7 stacks of flowers. So
Okay.
that is very important to manage. Now, your Unite, that when you put that down, that'll also give you stacks as well, because that's technically grass. So that's something to keep in mind as well. The other
Oh.
the other thing that I want you to do, Caution, is when you are about to hop off, make sure that you let your host know. So when you're on the Gyarados, make sure you're letting MG know, I need my stacks. Let's go to some grass, hop off, and then hop back on. Never hop off your target while you're floral healing or sweet kiss if you're going that route, because there are some routes that you can go with sweet kiss.
Aura.
Never while those moves are on cooldown, because as soon as you hop off, you are now stuck for the entire duration of your cooldown, and you're vulnerable. And people are going to see that, and they're going to look for it, and they're going to take you. So never give them an excuse to come for you. That said, not ideal, but there are also situations where you can hop off your target and body block. So like if there's an Inteleon and your Gyarados is trying to score a fat 40 and they got like 2 points left on their base, so you got 30 at over, and there's an Inteleon coming up the lane, what you can do is you can hop off and body block between your lane partner and your host and the Inteleon, because that snipe shot ain't going to go through you. It's just going to hit you. So, and same with Mimikyu or Glaceon even. So if Glaceon locks onto you with Icicle Shard and you hop onto your host, Icicle Shard just disappears. The whole move just ends. It doesn't keep going. It doesn't hit your host instead. So it just disappears. You got to be careful with Mean Look, though. Mean Look is going to wreck you. It's going to end your day.
Okay.
But yeah. So I'm going to go over. Let's go over the comp right now. Let's go over Gyarados, Scizor, Comfey, Pikachu, Slowbro. What was the goal with the comp? Because I thought the Scizor was going to be a Scyther, is what I heard, and then I saw the Scizor, and I'm like, oh, okay. So what was the idea there?
They don't have any backline since, so I'm gonna go with the Caesar.
We didn't have any Venusaur? No?
Nope.
No. They had Mamoswine, Eldegoss, Gyarados, Zacian, and Pikachu.
Oh,
Okay.
Pikachu, yeah.
Yep. Nope, that's a good adjustment there. Yeah, no, that's definitely a good adjustment. So again, we have what was the thoughts on picking the Pikachu and the Slowbro?
Well, I thought the
Yeah.
whole part of having them was for CC, but
Yep.
it seemed like every time we dove, like it was too
There was
far in front
nothing,
of them
yeah.
for it, and that's another reason why I'd rather play
Okay.
a different kind of support, somebody that's got something to be there other than just a heal.
Yep. Oh no, I
Mm.
get that. So here's the biggest thing that I noticed. Bon, Bon Bon. You were Volt Tackle Electro Ball there. So when you were diving in and using your move, who were you aiming for?
I guess no one specifically, just whoever was closest in the fight.
Yeah. So that right there is the issue. Now it's not just you. Slowbro, who were you aiming for?
Well, with the telekinesis, I kind of just threw out the first person,
Yeah. So
and I kind of just died.
no, I get that. So that is the issue right there. All of your engagements consistently, every single time, y'all did not have a specific target for your specific mons. Zacian was eating you guys alive. Pikachu should have been staying back and being like, as soon as I see the Zacian, I'm gonna volt tackle. Communicate. Let your team collapse on it. Take it out. It was eating you alive. Gyarados, you see it. Very valid target for the what was your guys' Slowbro? No, Gyarados. Pikachu as well. Another
Jesus.
valid target for the
Yeah.
Pikachu to volt tackle and to say, hey, Gyarados is in. I'm a volt tackle it. Let's go. You can CC chain it as much as you, excuse me, hiccups, as much as you can. So when you have your targets, when you know who it is that you want to go for, do it. One of the things that Terra does that helps us on Frost Wolves is as soon as the load screen comes in that we're going in, we take a look at what the other 5 Mons are on the other team, and we identify what are some of the problem targets are, and then we identify who Pikachu should be looking to ult, who Slowbro's looking to ult, who we're looking to lock down into this fight, who do we think is going to be the issue. And if it turns out there's a different issue mid-match, then we're going to call it out and we're going to discuss it as a team. And we're going to be like, hey, so this guy's not really much of an issue. So why don't we take this time to, why don't we switch our targets to him and to this other person who's an issue instead? Because they're either not performing well or they're not actually doing as much as we thought. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Before we move on, thoughts, questions, comments, concerns, anything you disagree with, anything you'd like to bring up?
What
Who
do
do
you
you
think about
think?
the Metagross jungle?
Metagross jungle? No. You do go for Metagross in the lane. Metagross needs its stacks to come online. Our jungle, we need to make sure we have a good gank on it. Metagross does not have a strong enough gank to justify putting it in the jungle over something else.
And also like Garchomp jungle, which works.
Garchomp's the same thing. Garchomp has an amazing lane phase. And while you can put it in the jungle and it can feasibly be good, it's one of those things that you need to be aware of if there's a better option for your jungle, and if not, then send them. It's definitely a lot more viable than Metagross, though.
Okay.
So do you think Pika wasn't the right pick, or I should have just played him differently?
I think Pika was a great pick. I think Pika needed to figure out what his lockdown targets were going to be and then go in for them. That was it. That's it. Just know what your targets are. Maybe a few more ults as well. I think I saw you being a little bit more passive for them. Pikachu gets it in like something crazy like 80 seconds. So with some farm, you can have it up once a minute. You are going to be insane. Your ult is going to just fly. So let it fly because you'll get it back quite quickly. To go over some quick notes of the match itself, Invade, good job on the repel.
Yeah.
And good rotation of that top lane. You guys did good. The fight was rough. I was taking notes, so I kind of missed it. So I don't know how to adjust there or what to go back. But again, you can always look back on this VOD and go back through it. So you can definitely do that. After you lost the fight, though, Bond, don't go back to the top lane. Go back to your lane. Go back to bottom. Start taking farm. Help your Slowbro come online. Do those things. There's nothing for you to do top lane at that point, so just head back to your lane and then get ready for the mid birds. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Perfect. All right. Positioning for the 8-minute birds, fantastic. You guys were there, and you took them. They were deleted like instantly. Great job. And good grouping going into the bottom lane afterwards. Like I said, you guys. There were some mistakes, like being too far forward, so on and so forth. Communications, not knowing your targets and stuff, made the fights rough. But there was a lot of good things you did, and staying grouped and going into that bot lane afterwards, and same with the objective fight. Really, really strong. But on the push, you got bodied hard on that pad. Just make sure you're being careful about fighting on pad. Make sure again. So when you're fighting on pad, this is where knowing your targets comes in. So if you see that Zacian, you gotta recognize fighting him on pad is like the worst possible thing you could do. So if you're gonna fight, focus him. Focus him down, get rid of him. He was only a level above you. Y'all were just getting your level 8s. Y'all were strong. You had a Gyarados Comfey there. You were good to go. You just needed to focus him down a little. Just focus him harder. There was another fight where I think you guys were pulling away and they got you down to 5. You have no idea how many times that Zacian walked away from that fight with barely any health. All he needed was just a little focus, and he would have been gone, and you guys probably would have been a lot better. After that first Regieleki, it stayed up way too long. Magikarp was fighting it for way too long. Y'all need to recognize this, and y'all need to send someone to go help him because pads weren't up yet, so you can't just jump up there if need be after you base. You gotta walk there. So if you notice that they're pushing, he's gone. He's done. He's getting deleted, and that's going in, and there goes your tier 2 pad. So do not leave a Lecky up for long. It doesn't matter if Carp's holding it. Go up and help him rip it. He's a slow bro. He ain't going to do much to it. Good job recognizing the Eldegoss's fast and loose play style. That, like, you punished it a fair few times, and that's really, really good. And good job communicating that as well. That's what we need. If you notice the behavior of another player on the other team, call it out. Like, you could use that. Like, are they skillful enough? Like, micro gameplay is going to determine whether or not we switch targets, whether or not we can grab something out. The only thing that I will say is be a little wary of that kind of stuff, because what is becoming more common nowadays in 5-stack plays is bait. So you'll see like an Umbreon or a Leafeon, and they'll bait you into a corner, and you're like, I got this fucker. And sure enough, you get in, you land a move on him, but then the rest of his team just jumps out of the bushes around you that you didn't notice, and now you're gone. And you're the one getting eaten. So, go
I
ahead.
want to ask something. So just assume that Comfy is taken by the other team, and we don't have any other supports. Then, and with Gyarados, and we already have locked Gyarados, and they have the Comfy. We don't have the Comfy. Then can we go Clefable or Blissey or Eldegos?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So which one will be the better one?
All
But
of them.
it depends what you want. I mean, Clefable will hold them still for you. Eldegoss will stay with you at high speed. I mean, it just depends what you want.
Yeah, exactly. I would
And in
say
that
out of the
case,
trio, Blissey would be the least priority. You would probably look at Eldegoss for Cotton Spore or the Shields. That's what you're going to be looking at. You're always going to go Pollen Puff. Or you could go a little bit more immediate. Since you have the Scizor and you have the bulk, you could do Clefable. Clefable would have worked better in this comp than the Comfey would have, because of the Clefable's AoE healing would have also got the Scizor. Excuse
what
me.
does AoE mean again?
Area of
effect.
Okay.
Area of effect.
Yeah.
So one more thing I was gonna ask. Like when I was trying to make the comp, I was confused about our jungler. Like who should be the jungler? So like, any ideas on that? To not get confused, I guess.
So again, you got to look at who has the stronger gank. Out of the Pokemon you're picking, who has the stronger gank going into it. So out of this comp, what is it? Scizor was the only option to go into there. But if you wanted a stronger pick for jungle there, you might have even looked at Armor Rouge. We have open picks, so we could pick it. So we could run Pikachu Armor Rouge. We could go that full CC, because Armor Rouge has CC on that armor cannon. It's got CC on its ult. Like, it would have been a very solid choice. You could have gone a Ceruledge in there as well. You could have gone full dive. So you could have Ceruledge's ult is very powerful. It locks you down, and even if you get hit and you're in the unstoppable state, which means you don't get hit by the stun, you're still going to take massive damage. Greedit still gets screwed by it, even when running through with Covet. Who else does Horn Leech on Trevenant? If he's just Horn Leeching through it, but still gets hit by it, and even though he's out of like that whole line or whatnot, he's still taking that damage. He ain't just gonna stop taking the damage. He's just not gonna dodge it. He's still taking that damage. So Cerulage's ult is very, very powerful.
And
Go ahead.
how does the comp with Trevenant, Pikachu, Cleffa, Gyarados, and Leafeon sound like?
Sounds really divey. And it
Right?
sounds like you took away the Clefable, so you can't get locked in with gravity, and you got that Pikachu as well, which means they can't just pseudo dive you back, so they can't just volt tackle you or lock you out. So
Mhm.
the only issue with that is one of your bans would probably need to be an Umbreon, because Umbreon is a serious threat to a comp like that.
Yeah.
Umbreon
And
Charizard.
what if we chose the Armor Rouge Armor Cannon
Armor Rouge Armor Cannon, that
instead of
definitely would have
Leafeon?
that would have definitely replaced the Scizor, and it definitely would have been good because you would have had some range, you would have had a secure. It would have given you a target to protect with the Slowbro. So maybe instead of the Comfey, if you're going to pick Armor Rouge, maybe pick up that Eldegoss, so they can offer the CC around the Armor Rouge to try to protect it with the Cotton Spore. But yeah, that's what I would suggest.
Okay.
Any other
Do
questions?
you want armor game, MJ?
Sure. Let's try that.
So I'm gonna buy this.
No, wait. Can you play Pikachu? Yes.
Yeah, I can.
Then do it, and Bon won't play Armor Rouge since he has already practiced with it. So yeah.
Yep, okay.
Can you play Bon?
Yeah, I can. Does Ace
What
not
are
play
your-
Armor Rouge?
For sure. What are your thoughts, Caution?
I mean, I'll play whatever. Doesn't really matter.
Preferable?
I just need to know, what y'all want from me as a healer. Do you want me to stick to one person, or do you want me to peel, or do you want me to? What do you want me to do? That's all I need to know.
Stay in a group with us as a Cleffa and healers, and don't let us die. Save us.
Yeah.
So am I following the divers, or am I staying back to save our rear end?
No, the
Who's your
job to
defender?
save
Who's your defender?
either the tree or
Big.
slow, bro.
Well, you have free picks, so who's it going to be?
Tree, I'm thinking.
Tree? Okay. So yeah.
Just
So
say
depending on what their team is going to look like, if there's a lot of dive, caution, I would suggest taking gravity, playing a little bit closer to the Armor Rouge, and making sure that you throw gravity down right before you see any sort of dive coming in.
That's what I'm thinking. Playing peel, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. You got it.
and
Let's try
Bonbon,
that.
what's the build? And what's the build for the Pikachu? Right build.
Volt Tackle, Electro Ball every time.
Yeah.
And the highlight
Hell
hail
items we talk
items.
For held items,
Yep.
Bone, what's your held item set?
Let me check.
Because I
Hail
believe, because I run it Energy Amp, and I believe Choice Specs, and I think I run it Slick Spoon.
Who on Pikachu?
Yeah.
Yep.
I have Person Sense, Energy Amp, and Shell Bell.
I would swap that Shell Bell out for Slick Spoon. The special defense protection.
I run Energy Amp, Slick Spoon, and Curse.
Yeah.
It has been done.
Yep.
It just really depends on your playstyle, though, honestly. So, I mean, just whatever you feel like you can throw the most damage out with.
Yeah.
I've been running
Bring the
Split Spoon on
potential
others
out.
recently. I just haven't played a ton of Pika, so I haven't changed it.
Gotcha.
Well, you have almost
Mine
2000
is
matches with
saying,
it.
yeah.
I guess we're ready
Yeah,
for another match.
we're ready to go.
Bam, bam, bam.
Can you say hang on?
Who's say?
Did he say hang on?
Who?
No.
Oh,
Oh no,
okay.
yeah, you guys go ahead.
Nope.
You guys start your next match. I'm sorry that those notes took a little longer than I intended, but I hope they we had a really good conversation and discussion as well. So I hope that makes up for it. I'm
And
hoping we can get another match or two in before the end of the practice, though.
I was gonna say this is probably gonna be my last match.
Yes, I have to go to bed.
Yeah, I have school tomorrow and I have to do some school work as well.
It's okay, guys. I'm gonna try to start getting on more often during the weeknights, and whenever we catch each other, we catch each other. Okay.
Okie
Yeah.
Yep.
dokie. Do and try as it is.
Yeah.
But
Usually do.
it's good to see you guys again.
It's
Yeah,
good
man.
to have you back again.
Yeah, man.
I've
All
missed
right.
your healings. Oh,
MG, what was that?
over what?
What's that?
I was not the only one who.
You are not questioning that hell, no shush.
Man, we have
You
we
never
have
heard that.
Charizard,
Okay.
we have
Oh well.
Mimikyu,
At least a 3-stack
Mime.
there.
Yeah, it's definitely a 3-stack for sure.
I'm gonna target the Mimikyu or the Chandelure thing.
Mimikyu?
Sorry, Mewtwo.
Yeah, you're gonna target either the Charizard or the Chandelure. Most
Yeah,
probably the
just be careful.
Charizard.
May try
What's
and
our move for the bun? Yeah, what's our move for the bun?
Armor cannon. Let me take
Yep,
this. And, yep, we're skipping these. And we're doing the 4-man top push.
yep.
of course. Uh oh, my game is down.
Yep, you're still there. Oh, you are going for the jungle. Man.
Oh,
I'm just increasing my effort gauge. Try not to die. Caution.
Yeah.
Charizard's about to die.
Where is he?
He's down
I'm
below.
rotating up.
I'm rotating up.
Woo, almost killed him.
Careful.
Yeah.
my game stopped.
We can kill him. Nice.
Nice web.
We can keep pushing.
So someone is
Oh
here.
well.
Mew is here.
Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. I'm dead. Back up.
Ooh,
Let's back
the
up.
Shandy
Yep, let's back
top
up.
Coming,
lane.
Yeah, I
coming, coming.
saw.
Here's my time to go.
Yep,
Let's back up.
time to leave. Come here, bot.
And we can take
I'm,
these.
I'm going
Cliff.
back.
Cliffable.
I got the
Mew is
one in
in
front
jungle.
ready.
Take that. And mid burst is almost dead.
On
30
my
seconds,
way.
20 seconds. Let me be the Gyarados. These
Man,
are
he
going
just
there.
killed me.
I'm almost there. Yep. We can kill him and then hit mid.
Midbird is up in the 10. Mid is up in that.
Nice. I'm hitting mid.
I got your back.
Yep.
Blocking
Going
for
mid,
you.
going mid.
And I'm jumping on the Chandelure.
Yep.
Alright, let's back up a little bit. Take the bunnies. I mean these.
You're myself, not on my level.
I'm jumping on the Chandelure and he's dead.
Hey,
Take
get
me.
the other people.
Oop,
We
I
can
got
take
Alright, let's
sniped.
back up now. Let's back up now. Alright, you can take your jungle bone and I'm hitting bottom.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take
Yep.
that away. I'm gonna need to get my level 5.
You're hitting bottom push
Cliffa.
by the way, caution.
Huh?
Bottom push. 5-man push bottom.
I still got somebody at top.
Ooh.
Mime, and I need stacks. Mime and Charman.
Oh well, you can stack bottom. You could push bottom easily.
That is back. Oh no. I already should have said that a little sooner to
Kill.
back up.
Oh, they're so low. Oh no.
Yeah, they are so low.
Like dot HP.
Man,
Okay, I'm going
Yeah,
top then.
Ray,
Just,
Ray.
just, just stay on the bed. Stay on the bed, you guys. Bottom.
I can't. I'm
I'm
blocked
coming to
off
help
of it.
you. Yep.
Oh, my game's lagging out again. Hold up.
You guys don't have to rip that.
Yeah.
Just
Yep,
keep them
we
off.
don't.
I actually have
Stall
to
them.
take some farm.
Charizard's coming in.
Yeah, I'm trying to bully him.
Now they're
I'll
playing.
jump him. I'm just poking this somehow. Oh
They're
well.
talking. Fall back, fall back.
You can kill him. Okay, never
Jungle
mind.
is up
Kill
now.
him.
Mine is rotating top.
Yeah, heading top.
I got that. Nice. And
Chandler is
jungle's
in
up.
jungle. Mew
Armor,
is
take
up.
your jungle. Armor, take your jungle and be level 9. Let's back up 3. Let's wait for the armor to come. Take the
Let's see.
birds. Pull
Drag
them
the.
to ourselves.
And it's level 9.
Let me just take the orange buff here.
Somebody probably should go bottom. That's
And
probably.
that's you. Yeah, that's you.
Charizard is here.
Wait here. We're not engaging. I'm not. You can suggest something, caution, if you want.
Push. Follow me.
Push.
Push and
Okay.
follow me.
Coming. Oh well.
Like any.
Man, they united. They just start. They start.
We're giving them entirely too much time.
Yeah.
You're
We can go
I
for
don't think
bot.
we should have fought on pad though. Right?
Yeah, but I mean, we're just giving them time to farm. Like we literally had them at bottom alone. We sat up at top waiting for them. They poked us in the bush. We sat around. Most of our jungle was up.
Let's head
We
bottom now.
getting
Yep.
too much time. They're getting levels on us.
Two in mid.
Bottom.
Heading.
Mew is here.
Let's wait for our team to come. Let's wait. Don't engage.
Yeah.
Yep, they're
Let's
all.
go to full 5.
On my way. 82 on alt. Alright, I'm
My
peeling for
turn.
I
back.
have
Peeling for back
my ult.
line.
Okay, I'll jump in now. You guys ready?
Yep.
Let's do this. I'm going for the chandelier there. I got the
Actually,
mime.
where is everything?
I got the mime. I'm on me.
Alright,
Hey, my game.
guys. Got it.
I got the slow bro. Nice.
Got it.
We push here.
Good.
Dead.
Push.
Nice.
Healing.
Let's go.
Healing.
I 50. I
Healing.
50. I 50. I 50.
Put it up.
I 50. Okay.
Up. I don't know who else put it up, but try to hit for top, I guess. 40.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have farm. We have farm, by the way.
Let's go for the farm then.
Do this.
Bro,
Yeah, let's do it.
keep
You
this
said
bad.
it. Let's do it.
What if I? Please.
Push. We kill. Alright, he uses
Okay,
the knife.
Okay, yeah, I would hope
You
you
can
guys
kill him too.
not cooperating.
It's okay, Car.
Nice. Kill him.
No problem,
I
man.
have got.
Nice.
Healing.
I got my
Healing.
50.
Healing. Everybody's good. Healed.
And let's back up now. Let's
Oh,
back up now. Let's
back
go
up
for two
because
rounds.
he's in the air.
Yeah. And that's a good thing for us. Because right
Heal.
before Ray. And now just farm.
Yeah.
Healing.
We can go in top.
Three go bottom. Three go bottom.
Going
Defend.
bot.
I'll go
Grab,
bottom when I come back.
grab what
You
you
stay
can
with me,
grab.
caution.
I
You
am.
have yeah, you need your unite move, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'll grab that top
Take this.
farm.
That is bot.
96 on Unite.
96? Okay, nice. And how much is
It's
your
up.
tree? 94,
Alright.
okay. So let's stay on that. We can set up for Ray now. Armors, yeah, come now. Stick
Yeah.
together.
Let's peel for
Yeah,
let's
Armors.
peel.
And I'll stay with the tree. And Pikachu, me and Tree are gonna be together.
All right, guys, you ready?
Yeah.
I'm peeling for y'all.
Yeah. Wait, we're losing, right?
We gotta poke this.
Yeah. Let the tree poke it.
Poke it a little.
And let's not stay in group because Chandler can bust all of you.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's up
Mine is
top.
there.
Back up a little, Bonbon. Just in case. Keep poking, Trev.
Keep
Wait,
keep
he
poking.
just unite?
Yeah, he
That
Yep,
was
did.
yep.
That
I
doesn't
mean,
mean you have
Muse
to do it.
you.
Watch for Charizard. He's coming in.
Alright, I'm jumping in now. He united me. I united as well. I'm going
Sandy
for
United.
the. I can see no one, by the way.
Sandy United.
Oh well.
Oh, that's a nice one. But
I got blinded by the
Yeah,
Unite
that's a
of
hard.
yeah,
That's a
Bangalore.
hard one with
yeah,
Shandy.
yeah.
Like as soon as I went in with Unite, I just got blinded and could not target anyone. Sadly.
Yeah, that's a hard. That's a hard counter.
It's a hard one.
Oh, the blind was too good for me.
Yep.
But I think if we didn't have the blind, we could have had them, right?
Yeah, I think that might have been. I
Yeah.
think that was going pretty well, honestly. If we
Yeah,
would have
because
just
I
backed
jumped the
off a tiny
Chandelure and
bit,
he united as soon as I jumped in,
I think
and
that's
I
why
got
they were
blinded.
late to jump, as they
Yeah,
were
maybe
waiting
they're
on
waiting
his
for the
unite.
Charizard's unite. Yeah,
I think they were waiting on Charizard.
yeah, sad. Well, we struck the ghost at least. No, never mind.
Yeah, man.
How many times does he have unite? What?
I don't know what he's running, but he's got unite awful lot.
Like
I'm not
Yeah.
used to
in a span
jungle.
of
I
two
kept
minutes, he
forgetting I
used
was
like three
jungling.
times. What?
I mean,
Juggling.
he definitely had
Energy
his unite
amplifier.
move a good bit.
Yeah, I think he's running energy amp.
Maybe
Damn.
I
so.
guess so.
But I think our this game was kind of much better than our last one,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Way
Especially the Lay
closer.
fight, except the blind things.
Except
I
yeah.
I think if
Except Sandy.
Yeah,
Shandy
cause
wouldn't have been if Chandelure wouldn't have been on their team, I don't think it would have went like that. I think the blind is just it's a very
yeah,
strong
like
mechanic.
in that blind
Yeah.
thing, my unite ran out and I couldn't target with no one. Basically, my unite got wasted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
blind is really a strong mechanic in this game. Honestly, I think that him
Mhm.
having a global blind like that is gonna eventually get nerfed.
They blinded all
Personally,
five of you, like all four of you as well.
I stayed
Yep.
out
Yep.
of it
Yeah.
for a bit, but
I was blind.
I stayed with Bon for a good bit.
Like it happened with me as soon as I jumped him. Charizard united me, and then I united, and he united and blinded me, and I
Y-
couldn't see him.
Yeah, that's a really hard mechanic right now. And there's
Uh,
really
Mhm.
nothing you can do to get out of it other than get out of
Yeah.
the section, which is really
that
you don't
yeah.
even know if
Like
you're going into a worse situation or a better situation.
when I jumped, like when the like blinding cured, I was on Snorlax for some reason.
I
I
mean,
united him and he was not dying. He was not
uh,
dying.
no, I think that's just a very it's a very unique mechanic. That's something right
Yeah.
now. That's I don't think I don't think they're done tweaking that mechanic personally. I think they're gonna have
Yeah.
something that's gonna either
And how did
lessen
you
that
like
mechanic or maybe have a new item introduced that
that can
instead of
counter
just
it?
yeah can counter it, yeah,
Ex-
like full
I
heal
mean, they're
counters
adding
most CC.
Darkrai. That has something like that, right?
Yes, true.
Yeah.
Dark Knight's Unite basically captures you in another realm with him.
Bro, I can't
And
believe a team that has Slowbro, Charizard, Darkrai, and Mimikyu, bro. That'd be so fun.
oh no, that'd be so fun. Not so fun from the other team though.
Depends on who's asking the question, I guess. Um,
All right.
I definitely think the Clefairy uh
Was better.
support was much better.
Yeah,
It
it
Sorry,
was
gave
we don't.
before the
y'all
cut.
it gave y'all a little bit of the in between of the CC and the heals and
Yeah,
91k heals. So
yeah. The healing stats were crazy on you,
just saying,
and
and
95k
91k.
damage taken.
and I didn't
Yeah.
even have really that many stacks.
All right. So let's dive into this one. Less notes, so it shouldn't be as hard. Clefable, so caution.
Yep.
Couple of things. When you weren't here, so we're gonna go over this with you now. But when we have our all-rounder or our top lane, basically when we have our top lane carry going in for the stack, support goes with them. Even if you're not stacking, Clefable can actually stack, and it does it relatively well. So you go with them, you take one of the farm leading up, leave the twin bunny alone, then you can go in, get your first stack, and then what your goal is to start prepping the other two farm on the opposing side for your magic card. Let them score, let them take the farm on that side, let them get their stacks too. The important thing is that we get our Gyarados online with his stacks. So, and if they're not going to contest us, then we're more than happy to let them have it. It's kind of an weird situation, but it's what we're going to be with. The real contest will be when that Bunnelby spawns at 925. That's going to be your target for where you're going to really
It's
fight.
920, by the way.
What?
It's
920.
920.
No, I think it's
Yeah.
9. No, it's 925.
Sure.
Yep, it's 925. Bottom is 915, and then top is 925.
Huh. Wait, did they change it?
You.
No, I'm pretty sure it's been 925 this whole time.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. All right. Sorry for the interruption. You can go
No
on.
worries, no worries. But yeah, 925, that Bunnelby, that's gonna be your big one. So when you guys get that, then you can either decide to go back and stack, which I don't think you should, and probably should just walk away from it. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Magikarp, you were by yourself and you were stacking, and you know better not to do that. We've been over this before, my man. So making sure, so even though Caution didn't know, it's your job to make sure, hey, Caution, with me, let's go. We're gonna go stack. Make sure you're letting him know. This is communication. This is what your team is. Sometimes, hey, even like I'm guilty of it. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, shiny Mon that I can just take in one hit. And then I'll go do it, and then I'm in a fight with the other two, and I'm like, oh no. And then they'll just let me leave. I sometimes just get battle hungry. And sometimes you just need that call out reminders like, hey, over here with me. Come, just do the fluffy. Yay!
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Okay.
but when you're by yourself and then you're running around on their side with both of them there, what are you accomplishing? You're a magic card. As soon as you're contested, GTFO. Do not stick around. Don't even give them the option of potentially trying to get the KO on you. Your lane is getting ganked by their jungler, and your lane is getting the support from the 4-man. Don't turn your 4-man into a 3-man. Stay together with your teammate and stay passive if you can't get your stacks in. Okay?
Hmm.
Perfect.
Okay,
All right.
dokie.
The push, though, excellent. Excellent top lane push. Excellent 4-man. You guys did a really bang up job on that one. That said, I'm pretty sure this was the point where Bond said my time had come when he got taken out in his own jungle by the Mew.
Huh?
Bond got KO'd in the jungle, in our jungle, by Mew. That could have been avoided.
I guess it was me, the Pikachu thing.
Well,
But
whoever
I,
was. Oh, wait.
I, huh?
Ace was on the
Yeah.
Pikachu. My
Yeah.
bad. My bad.
I thought
Well,
Armor
either
Rouge.
way,
Okay.
okay, yeah. So Pikachu got KO'd in the jungle, and he got KO'd by the Mew. We could have avoided this if we had Ace communicate, "Hey, I'm getting chased by Mew, heading into jungle," and then immediately We have our Armor Rouge, and I believe I think you were Phantom.
Gyarados.
Was it Gyarados? No, I think it was Phantom at the time. I think Phantom was around at that point.
Phantom, yep,
I
Phantom.
can tell
So,
you when we were at the mid B's, I got sniped by Mew, but that was my own fault. I
yeah,
legitimately didn't see it until it was like on me.
that's all right.
I also didn't see him,
Yeah.
honestly.
I believe this was before that, though.
It was before
Before
8
that, yeah.
minutes.
This was before the 8
Uh,
minute birds, yeah.
yeah.
So, but Mew chased Pikachu into the jungle. We could have avoided this if we had made sure we communicated, hey, I'm getting chased. I'm low. Mew's going to get me. And then we had the two collapse on him. We could have picked up that KO. Pikachu had definitely had Electro Ball, so could have slowed him down, hindered his movements, had Electro Rub to lock him in. Armor Rouge had Armor Cannon, so fuck his ass up. And then maybe Trevenant could just be like, yeah, I'm here too. Poke, poke, poke with my branch. You know? But it's the fact that we have a third body there, that they're surrounded, that we can take them out quick, and we might get that Trevenant online into a Trevenant. So we got to be looking at that as well. So again, if you're getting chased, make sure you make the call out. Make sure when the call out's being made, look at your mini map. Look who's chasing. Look where they are. If you're near them, go help. Oh yeah, go ahead. Somebody want to say something? Okay, no worries. Rotation for the mid-birds. Okay, so the fight was rough and a little bit more chaotic, and that's because y'all showed up to it late. We had, I think Trevenant was there, and I'm pretty sure Clefable was there, but our damage was not there. So we had some people there before the 8 minutes, but our main sources of damage were not there. We got to make sure we're on point with those 8-minute birds. Remember in that first game that we had tonight, we were on point for the 8-minute birds. Everyone was there, and we deleted them with ease, and then we took the fight. Okay? We got to make sure that we're going to be consistent. We show up for 8-minute birds at around 8:10. We just hang around, have a cup of tea or whatnot, and then we take them as soon as they spawn. We want to make sure that we're in position, because when the enemy contests us, we have advantage, so we can be a little bit patient. We can draw them in. We can dictate that fight a lot easier if we are in position. Does that make sense?
I like that.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Next on my list, when diving in, Master, do not dive into AoE moves. So, jumping into Poltergeist, just as stupid as jumping into Delphox's Unite. And that's not like I'm not calling you stupid or whatnot. It's just we want to avoid this. Sludge Bomb from Venusaur. Let's not do it. Who else has an AoE? Fire Blast from Charizard. Rocks from Crustle or Duraludon. We want to make sure that we're being aware of our terrain and where we're diving into and where our spot's going to be on. Poltergeist does damage and it also slows you down. So you dive in, you might bounce on people. That's great. But what from there? You can't give chase because you are now slowed and the other team is fast. So they can pull in, and then that you're just fodder for that Chandelure. He's just gonna gobble you up. So we gotta make sure. Like if you're about to bounce, he throws down Poltergeist, but you're not in there, abort. Just say, hey, I'm not bouncing yet. Poltergeist, like AoE there, let's not do it. Okay? Dictate the fight on your terms. Don't take unnecessary damage if you don't have to. If you know you can take the fight because it's in their, even if it's in their AoE, take it. But if you're unsure or you don't have everyone with you to collapse, don't do it.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right. Caution.
Yep.
Dude, I gotta love the balls on you, but you are way too aggressive as Clefable. A lot of those fights, you were the first one there. You were leading the charge. You are like, I'm gonna eat everybody up, but you're just a Clefable. You're not able to do much. You don't need to be right up in their business. You're a supporter. You were 1v. The first instance that I noticed it was you were 1v1ing Charizard up on his pad while Gyarados was ripping objective. You're not going to win that fight. You got the heals, use them on the Gary. Bring the Charizard over, let Gary help you.
I think there he was trying to stall the Charizard so that I can
I was.
peacefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get that, but don't do it on pad. They will eat you. Once you go down, they're going to move to your Gary. Not a good idea. Stick with your partner if you can. If you're going to lure them away, but don't fight them on pad. The second instance was your entire team was right behind you. They were looking to get in with you. You're like a whole moonlight area ahead of them, and they're not anywhere near your moonlight, so they're not getting heals. And you're diving on their pad. You're already fighting the 5 of them, and your team's not even ready to engage yet. So you gotta watch. You gotta watch your engages. You are the supporter. You're not going to be the front lines. Your team might play behind you in some instances, but for the most part, you're going to play behind Trevenant. You're going to play behind Gyarados. You're going to be behind them, supporting them with heals, throwing down your gravities where you can to stop those Muse Surfs, to stop those heavy slams from Snorlax. And what was this Charizard? Yeah, he was just and that's all you're going to be doing because there's not a whole. Oh, and I guess agility, and you'll stop any eject buttons as well. Like we had an eject button on the Mew, eject button on the Chandelure. So you throw that down, you're stopping any mobility options that they have. So that's what your goal is. You're not looking to deal damage. You're not looking to distract. You're not looking to be like to tank it for anybody. You're looking to be there to help sustain.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Okay.
Well, I just changed him from being an off tank to the build that you had, so it was my first game with it. I'm
No
used
worries.
to having like off tank builds for everything that's remotely like semi tanky. I play even the attackers a little tanky. I don't know if you've noticed. So
Yeah.
I gotta figure out like how much is too tanky and not tanky enough for group play right now.
Yep. Oh no, man, no worries. That's why we practice.
But I do
Yeah,
like your
I'm also
build.
confused.
I couldn't get any stacks with it. Not used to playing stacks
Yeah.
on a support either. So
Oh yeah,
I
no.
feel like I kind of was lacking on the healing because I don't think I had enough SP. Maybe I should take a stacking item off and put just either like choice specs directly on them or something.
Choice specs wouldn't work so much because it adds damage onto it adds set
Is it
damage
wise
on
glasses? That's the one
it's wise
it's wise
glasses. So
glasses. Okay.
I run wise glasses,
And
XP
slick spoon.
share, and no, not slick spoon. Not on this one. This is a support, so I run the special attack specs.
Oh, so you still run a stackable item.
Yes, I run the special attack specs, I run the wise glasses, and I run the XP share. If you notice they don't have an Umbreon, since Clefable gets its ult a lot, you could probably opt for a Buddy Barrier as well if you want more tankiness.
I had Buddy Barrier on him originally, but I haven't played him with like a group yet in a while.
Yeah, so Buddy Barrier is actually a really good item. Just make sure that when you use it, if you're going to take it into battle, there's no
Umbreon on the other side.
Because Umbreon will eat those shields. Exactly.
Okay.
Bad.
4-minute objective. Amazing fight. Y'all were doing really fucking good. Watch your math. Watch your math. You had 50. You could have made it, and then we broke with less than that. So we got to make sure we're watching our math. We got to make sure.
He called it. He called it a lot. I don't know.
I heard it.
I don't know who put it in. I stopped. I had 40. I stopped. I thought somebody else stopped too, but I guess we kind of all was doing what we were doing.
Yeah, I guess it was.
I think it was
me.
Armarouge or someone else.
It may have been
Pikachu.
Who knows?
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Armarouge and Pikachu.
Well, who really knows? You know?
But it's
so
alright.
if that was the 40, yeah, that looked like it was the 40-40, so that's not a problem. 40 to 50, 10 points can mean the difference in a lot of scenarios, but in the grand scheme of things, not the worst. So what is pretty bad, though, is ignoring that Jalecki that was in your top lane and letting it walk so Charizard could score a fat 40 for free.
Yeah.
That wasn't so good. So, and that
we're doing a lot of leaving the lanes unmanned again too.
Yeah.
That was
So
the
I don't know
second.
how to fix that. Like, how
Well,
to like.
okay, right here. I'm gonna tell you right now. So when you have both objectives up, you got a top lane objective, you got a bottom lane objective. Focus the bot lane if you're there, if you're able to, and then while if you're not contested and you know you're not contested and you know you can secure it with the people you have there, pick a person or two to send to the top lane. So Slowbro wasn't going to be doing a whole lot during that bottom objective fight, during that Regirock fight. So instead of keeping him there, send him to the top lane to help defend. Then, after it's taken, send a second person up there to help defend. You can send the Pikachu, you could send the Armor Rouge, one or the other, to go help that Slowbro defend that lane, get rid of the Regieleki, and contest the Charizard if it's up there.
and
Break
just
your
waste
pads.
time until you can get everybody up there. Basically.
Exactly.
Just
Yeah.
Exactly.
basically you just play mind games until they don't want to engage because they don't know who's there and not there, and
Hmm.
then you just by the time they're getting ready to engage, you have the group basically either on their way or actively there, and you just play mind games. Or if you're, you got good range with Armor Rouge, you could snipe a shot and steal it if they're trying. And if you have a slow bro in front of you with Surf or telekinesis or just
Yep.
a slow bro, and you can get close enough to steal that last shot because they're going to be focused on that. The real important thing is not to let them have both objectives.
Hmm.
That's the important thing. Even if you're trading
Yeah.
one
Exactly.
for the other, yeah, sure, we would love to have both objectives, but we don't want them to have both objectives. Is mainly it.
Exactly. And Regieleki is only useful if it goes in. If
If
you
it
don't let
goes
it
in,
in, it's not useful.
exactly, and
So
it's easier to defend that than people
Yeah.
tend to make it. You know,
exactly. Um, but shortly after that, there was a fight in the top lane. You isolated Snorlax. You came off the pad. You punished him. You took him down. Perfect. That's where it should have ended. You
should
should
have
have
came
pulled
back.
back. You should have pulled the fight off their pad. Instead, you kept contesting it hard, and the gain wasn't worth it. And you ended up getting, not team wiped, but you ended up getting. Many of you got KO'd. Make sure you're taking fights on your terms, making sure you know how to engage. Don't fight on pad. You don't have to fight on pad. Make them come to you. Like, I know you want the pad, but they'll get just if you even just hover and apply pressure, they're going to get impatient. One of them's going to
Oh.
mess up. They're going to come out. They're going to try to talk. They're going to try to poke you or whatnot, and that's where you grab them.
Oh.
Yeah, and so unless one of us is running on that hacked goal item,
Yep.
or
Yeah,
if
I was gonna say
there's a
that.
good
Go
rule
ahead.
of thumb that I always kept in mind, it's the plus two. It's the plus two. Okay, so however many people you have to their people, you should have plus two to however many people is on their goal to take that goal.
Like, if they have one, we have to have
We have to
three.
have
Or
three. Yes.
okay,
So you have to have two more people to
with
to
you.
probably come away with that goal.
Okay.
So it's just a good quick rule of thumb. It's a quick and dirty rule of thumb. It's done really wonderful for me in most games, and it does work with this game. It's just a lot of us see red, and you want what you want, and unfortunately in certain parts of the time frame, when you kill somebody, they're already back quick enough to kind of push you back a little too quick. So like we need to stick what we can stick and then get out of there and go take some jungle, go take some farm from them, make them really punished. Don't necessarily have to drive the kills home. You have to drive the gain home, whether that be the point gain or the experience gain or both. That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to use little victories to make a snowball effect.
Hmm. True.
But
All
yeah,
right.
after we killed Snorlax, we should have backed off. We kind of played into their possum game, and
Yeah.
we stayed a little too long, so we paid for it. But
Yeah.
we'll We'll try and do that.
Overextended.
We'll try to do that a little bit better next time. Everybody try to keep in the +2 mentality and just keep it in the back of your head. Eventually, it'll stick. It'll stick before you know it.
Yeah.
I need to figure out how I want to play supports because
Yeah.
I don't typically
See,
play.
for that to happen, you have to play with me or someone in like other than 5 stacks, like in solo queue, duo queue.
I need
Because
to
Yeah.
figure
they
out
that it'll be
how.
automatic. Like unless you play it, you won't learn it. Nobody learns it unless you practically play it. Same for my
Well,
all-rounders.
the thing about the way I've played the supporters until recently is I've always played them as off tanks, which
I know.
usually gives us an extra damage dealer, and I can fulfill a half role of a tank with a
Understand
support,
that.
almost
And
kind of like Umbreon.
that role works really well if you're playing Mime or you're playing Wigglytuff. Works
Yeah.
hmm
fantastic.
And that's pretty much where I'm at. I have to figure out how much beef I need on them and how much healing I need. So
That just
I'll
comes with
figure that out soon.
practice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll figure that out soon. I'm gonna start playing some more. I have even the few games I did play while I was on leave weren't
Yeah, my
support
last game
games.
healing was crazy, almost 100k.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And damage taken too. It was 95k.
Yeah, I
I
was
mean,
in the middle of everybody. Is my
yeah.
my fault.
No, y'all were doing really good. The other thing, the last note for this is: does anyone know why the fight went the way it did? And think
For me, it
about,
was the blind thing. So,
The last
Chandler.
the last
yeah,
fight blinded
but
they
think
blinded 3 out of the 5 of us. Yeah.
but also um, think about what made you fail in the last game too.
Well,
enemy
we were
effect.
grouped up severely. We had
Tart, yeah,
a AOE targeted rich environment. I mean,
Yep.
you whoever hit one of us hit most of us, so that's
Yeah.
unfortunately, we kind of
but
made it like easy to
uh,
shoot.
yeah, a lot of this was targets though. Y'all were not going for proper targets. Y'all were hitting the supporters, such as the mime. Y'all were hitting the tanks like Snorlax, and you threw your moves and your unites, and those are who you hit. And you didn't hit the squishies. You didn't hit the
Wait,
real
in this last
targets.
game, right? The
Yes,
Chandler one?
Yep.
in the game that just happened with Chandelure. Um,
Yeah.
you got overwhelmed. Mine did a pseudo dive from the back end. What's he gonna do? He's just gonna unite on you, so just get out of his way. Um, you don't need to worry about trying to take him out. His unite's gonna end really quickly. Um, but like even Snorlax is jumping in. He's not really your priority. You're burning alts.
I see. I
You're
know
like
what you're talking about. When I jumped in
Yeah.
and used my Unite, I
yeah.
got blinded pretty bad, and when I woke up from my blind, I was on to Snorlax. I didn't even know that. I was just there. I was trying to find the Chandelure, but I ended up at Snorlax because of the
Okay.
blind effect.
Yep.
And, and that's it for my Unite. It got wasted because he didn't
Yeah.
die.
So yeah, you just gotta you just gotta you just gotta be more aware. Now, like I
Yeah.
said, the Chandelure is gonna be an issue. Sometimes that shit happens. Like you're just gonna get blinded. And you're just gonna be like, ah. But Chandelure's blindness is relative to the distance you are from it. So once you're blind, if you get far enough away from it, you can see again.
I was trying to do that, by the way, but I couldn't. I could not. He kept following me. I don't know what happened. Something happened there.
Um, Also, if you notice the Chandelure has ulted somebody who's not within range, help give directions. If you see Gary and ult, just say just go straight or up or whatnot. Like if you notice that,
Oh.
give
Mm.
directions. You can like this is what I mean. We're in communication. We have the advantage over like a solo queue stack or a 5 stack that's playing with just 4 other randoms that they don't have communication with. Like we're still gonna get paired with those. So
Mm.
So yeah, overall, these were not bad games tonight. Like these are mistakes and situations we've not come up against previously that we've just not noticed. Now we're addressing them. Now we can adjust. Now we can adjust on them, and now we can move on into the next game or the next set, or even just practice throughout the week and implement this stuff. Like it's we're becoming more aware. We're getting into more technical stuff now. We're starting to get away from the basics. So, like, guys, great job. Couple
Yeah.
rough couple of games, but holy shit! Like Caution said, your progress is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, hate to keep the discussion short, but it's 11 o'clock. I need to go to sleep. I think my dad's about to yell at you, so I'm out.
Yep, that
Yep.
is everything. So good
No
night,
worries.
guys. Take care. Have a good
Night.
one. I do not
And
believe we have anything else scheduled for this week.
yeah,
I think
underdunks this week.
underdunks could be an option for you guys if you want. They made the post about it. It takes place this Thursday. I don't think Frost is participating in it and whatnot, so that's not the end of the world there.
Whoops.
Destroy people with are only Gyarados, Blaziken, then Scyther, and what else? Charizard. These four. And I add Metagross as well in that list for the
Okay.
as a top laner.
Yeah.
So how does that sound?
You need to diversify. So now that you have those mons down, I would suggest practicing. Let me open up the mon roster here and take a look. So right now, Garchomp. Garchomp is a very strong Pokemon and a very strong contender. Even if you run him in the top lane, Garchomp is a Pokemon that you're going to want to run.
So what kind
Uh,
of team can support him best to get online at least?
uh, to get online, something
'Cause
that will play
super
around him.
early.
So a Hoopa could work with him. What is it? Clefable could work really
Blissey.
well with him.
Yeah.
Blissey, Blissey could. Blissey could. Blissey's heals are more targeted. Like I love the shit out of Blissey. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm trying to not let my bias take over, but yes, I believe Blissey could work. Sylveon is an incredibly good support Pokemon to play into Garchomp as well because it
In one
throws
lane?
a lot of no, not in the same lane. No. Just as a teammate.
Yeah.
As a team.
It throws down a lot of pressure and allows Garchomp to do Garchomp things, such as dive into the back. And while he's in the back, Sylveon's ripping up the front, and there's not a whole lot people can do to stop them. Like it's devastating, especially you got Clefable heals in there, and then God knows what other damage or defender you're going to throw in on top of that. So like very very strong. Serena, same thing. Serena is kind of like the same thing as Garchomp. She just does it uniquely. That's the thing about all rounders is they all do the same job pretty much. They just have unique mechanics on how they implement it.
Mm.
But Serena's a very powerful Pokemon. Comes online at level 4 and then level 6. So
Yeah, that's
she's
an
the
early
all-round
one.
she's the all-rounder Delphox. Once she's online, then it's all about timing your Queenly Majesty cooldowns. So that's your
Yeah.
boosted. That's your each use of your move, and your boosted attack will
I
add to
know.
the bar. So,
I've practiced that quite a lot, but I haven't played it in 5 stacks yet.
but she's absolutely devastating.
Yeah,
EX
like the
EX.
3 storm combo is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that.
Oh my God. Yeah. Stomp is amazing.
Triple storm.
Mimikyu. Mimikyu is a fantastic Pokemon.
Oh
He's
yeah, Mimikyu I can play it. Yeah.
more of a jungle mon, but still really good. Zacian and Mewtwo X, absolute monsters. We were using Mewtwo X on when I got the 168k and when I got the 105k on Clefable. Mewtwo X was Oh, excuse me, on our team. We
Was it
were
XP
running.
share?
Nope. I
Huh?
was the XP share, and our defender was the XP share. But Mewtwo, no, Mewtwo was not the XP shareholder. He was full on damage. So on this build with Mewtwo, what our objective was with it was he ran, I believe it was Future Sight. Future Sight pulls the opposing Pokemon to it. So we would so the idea is to use Mewtwo X to pull a person out of the team towards your team and then to demolish them. And then it becomes a 5v4 and then you can usually get away with it.
And
They-
can you can you play teleport with future sight?
Uh I
I'm
believe
asking this because a
I
teleport gives you a faster Mewtwo X evolution, right? Mega evolution.
I'm
The
not
gauge charge.
100% I'm not
It is.
sure.
It does.
That
It
might
does.
just
Like
be that might just be why. That might just be Mewtwo Y.
no. See, when you use the teleport and you use your basic attacks, the gauge charges faster. I've tried it. It does on Mewtwo X.
I'll have to take
Yeah.
your word for it because I don't know.
It does. Actually, it does. Trust. I've used it in solo queue. It works quite well.
No. Like I said, I'll have to take your word for it because I don't know. That's
Yeah.
something I don't know. So, but
The pla-
Zacian Zacian's
yeah.
another one that's incredibly strong right now.
As lane.
Yes, lane. It can be in jungle, but typically lane. You throw it in lane. Zacian has a incredibly powerful lane, and
With
once it gets its level 5, uses double sacred sword, you're flying. Sometimes Metal Claw is used as well. Again, that just comes down to I think preference and team comp. But Metal Claw can still shred. But more than likely, you're gonna want to run the sacred sword.
mm,
Urshifu, ever since the buffs, Urshifu has been back online and he's just been absolutely ripping shit up.
but isn't
He's
he jungle?
Uh, mainly, yes. You're gonna want to run him in jungle, and if you're gonna run Urshifu in jungle, you're gonna want to pair him with someone. You're gonna want to send your support into the jungle with him to help him clear faster.
Then top
And
lane is all alone.
top lane will be all alone, yes.
Ah.
So maybe something like a Buzzwall or a Lucario or maybe even an Azumarill could work into the top lane there by itself. Something that doesn't necessarily need assistance where it can hold its own or comes online early.
Ah.
So that's kind of what you're aiming for.
Mimikyu?
Mimikyu, possibly. I am not as familiar with Mimikyu's early game as I ought to be. So I
Mutex?
don't. So I'm not sure how what it has for farm secure on its early moves, but Mimikyu could probably hold its own top lane.
Then
I would
Mewtwo
say
X?
Mewtwo X. I believe it can. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it can because it has barrier.
Oh yeah.
Barrier gives it shields. Shields is incredibly important. So yeah. And then finally, Ceruledge. Ceruledge is incredibly powerful and is a mon that I strongly recommend you picking up if you haven't
Oh no,
already.
I've already picked it up.
No,
I
I mean
just need,
like playing it, picking up and playing it,
yeah,
getting more consistent on it and stuff.
I do. Ask Ace, like I've played with Ace with
Oh,
Cerulege
perfect
quite a
then.
few times.
Yeah,
In
Ceruledge is
Yeah,
jungle, by the way. And
Ceruledge
I
is
destroyed all
yeah.
of
fantastic.
them.
Fantastic mon to have.
But is
Actually,
it a lane though?
um, typically not, but
Yeah,
that you can run it in lane and still be successful.
okay.
Scyther and Scizor are also two unique mons.
Laners.
These are comp specific. So if you're going into a brawly sustain, then Scizor will probably be your guy. If you're looking for a really fast diver, Scyther's probably your guy. So they're not ideal, but underestimate them and you're in for a bad time.
Oh, so we can, if we do Urshifu and supporter jungle, then Scyther can handle top alone, right?
No, I wouldn't send
No?
Scyther top. I wouldn't send Scyther by himself up top. No.
Oh, okay. And what about Metagross? Is it trash?
No, we
Metagross,
need track.
Metagross needs assistance. It needs a partner. It can't go by itself.
No, if I like if it goes with the partner, like generally, is it a good mon or like
Oh yes, heavens yes, yeah. No, it's got the self sustain with the shields off of Gyro Ball, and it's got engage with Magnet Rise, or what's the other one there? It's not. I think it's Zen
Gyro Ball and
Headbutt.
It's
Magnet Rise,
I think it's Zen
Zerable.
Headbutt. I think it's
then
Zen
Headbutt?
Headbutt.
Zer.
It
So
follows
like,
you.
yeah, it's got fantastic engage. So like, it's really strong. So yeah, no, Metagross, but again, team comp specific because it takes a while to come online. You have to snowball in order for Metagross to really, really shine. If you're playing from behind, Metagross takes too long to come online,
No,
and
no.
he's just not going to be as useful.
And what kind of mons you would pick with Metagross to support him?
Um, Again, similar to the other ones, you pick like a strong supporter to go with it, like a Hoopa, Clefable, maybe even an Eldegoss. You would look for a Sylveon, an Espeon, maybe, or even Pikachu. Pikachu works really well with it as well. Um, Cramorant can work. It's just, but you want something with CC. Even Mime, would work well with Metagross, with the
Hmm.
walls.
Because
Um,
Metagross early game damage is crazy.
yeah, it can be once it's Matang.
Yeah.
What else is there? There's Crustle. Crustle's the other one that pairs well with Metagross.
Hmm.
When you get Rock Tomb online, it's just half of Metagross's walls essentially from its ult. So you can still trap them in there. You can still get a lot of good use out of them. So Metagross very versatile, um, but very comp specific. Like it really hates CC. It needs to snowball in order to be useful. If you're playing from behind with it, you're going to have a very, very hard time getting online.
Hmm.
Actually, yeah, I would say even Dragonite has a very niche spot with Hyper Beam, because it's a really good secure. There's a lot that does it better, but if you're gonna run Dragonite, like it'd be the Hyper Beam build. You're not gonna run it for the over for the what is it, Outrage
Oh no,
ability.
I can play both of them. I
Outrage.
just never ran it because yeah,
Yeah, but if you're gonna run Outrage, then at that point you might as well pick Garchomp.
yeah, double divey.
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna pick Outrage on Dragonite, then Dragonite and you pick Garchomp instead, or you even go Serena instead. They do the same thing but infinitely better than what Dragonite does. Does that answer your questions?
No.
Weighty.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
No worries.
So I was gonna ask that. Are both versions of Urshifu good? The dark and water one?
Both Urshifus, yes. So mainly you're gonna use Dark Bear. You're gonna use Dark Urshifu because Wicked Blow has a
Secure.
wicked secure. Haha, pun intended. But yeah, it's got a really good secure. Um, and the alt on it as well, very strong. Rapid Strike has its spot as well. It allows Urshifu to dive into the back lines and do its thing. You can basically have it on an infinite like just infinitely in
Cooldown.
use if you use your basic attacks in between each dash on
Yeah, it
Rapid Strike.
resets. Yeah,
Yeah,
it resets the cooldown. So I'm
yeah.
planning to learn Dark Urshifu, Metagross, Mewtwo X, and what else was that?
I would say Garchomp. Add Garchomp to
Yeah,
that
the
list.
Garchomp. because I can learn everything at all, so I'm starting with those
Yeah.
four.
And then Zacian as well if you don't have it. Zacian's a good one to understand. Not necessarily play, but definitely to understand.
Hmm. That's gonna be a hard time playing because Zacian Ace can play Zacian, so he can make up for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else got any more questions?
Nope.
Well,
No,
thanks for
I'm
the
good.
info.
No worries. Glad I could help, guys. I'll
Yep.
have the
Okay then.
VOD. I'll have the recording from tonight up sometime tomorrow. And I'll make sure that I post it in the calendar under the event. So it should be in the event details, should have the link for it. So, and then you guys can refer back to this whenever if you ever want to. So,
Okay then.
otherwise,
Bye. Good night.
night, guys.
Night, dude.
Night, night, night.
Night.